Jaret Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit jaretgoestothemovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jaret Reddick, and this is a podcast. Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
I guess it's natural for parents to cry on their kid's first day of school. But, this usually happens when the kid is 5. I'm 16, and until today, I was homeschooled. I know what you're thinking. Homeschooled kids are freaks.
XYLOCARP. Stylocarp.
Or that we're weirdly religious or something.
And on the third day, God created the Remington bolt-action rifle so that man could fight the dinosaurs and the homosexuals.
Amen. But my family's totally normal, except for the fact that both my parents are research zoologists and we spent the last 12 years in Africa. I had a great life, but then my mom got offered tenure at Northwestern University. So it was goodbye Africa and hello high school.
Oh, is that me? Oh, hey. How's it going? I don't know. I mean, there's still time.
To you.
Oh, that's a thing. You're cueing me.
That was cueing you.
I forget, that I have,
I didn't do the 3, 2,
and... Hey, everybody. My name is Jaret. This is a podcast. It's called Jaret Goes to the Movies. It's called that for a reason. Because sometimes I go to the movies. I did not go see this one. We're talking about Mean Girls this week. I did watch it from my couch. And it's quite funny. I was looking for it, and I was just like, well, I'll see if it's on demand on DirecTV. And I went to DirecTV, and it was there, but it would have cost money, which is, whatever. I mean, it's the cost of doing business. But I was just like, I wonder if it's on Netflix. And Casey goes, I don't think it'd be on Netflix. And then Jack, our 11-year-old from the kitchen, goes, yeah, it's on Netflix. Just watched it last night, my friends. On sleepover. We stayed up till 7 a.m.
I actually bought it because I couldn't find it anywhere. I didn't even think to look on Netflix.
Yeah, I forget they actually have real movies on there now.
I just realized as we're sitting here talking about this that I know exactly where the DVD is for this one. I could walk to it and pick it up right now.
I feel like I think I do too.
Yeah, that would have been a thing. Hey everybody, with me as always is Rich.
What's up?
There he is. Rich, of course, just changing shit up every week.
Yep.
And that's what he does. That's what he does, ladies and gentlemen. My lovely wife Casey is here.
Hello.
Ryan the Intern is here.
Hi.
Who was given one job for the podcast about 6 weeks ago and totally forgot about it. And
what was it?
And so she
I
got
did forget about it.
She got a sideways face the other day via text. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but she had a job to do. Actually, she has a few jobs and she's been keeping up with on them. There's one ongoing one that she's supposed to do, and I go, "You're getting your first sideways face via text." It's and that's not even. I mean, that's not even close to me being it really even.
That's a very sensitive generation over here. That could destroy her
I know.
whole entire future.
Oh, she doesn't give a shit.
Probably triggered her.
No, she doesn't give a shit.
No.
Can't handle that kind of rejection.
Now, Ryan will be here on any and all of the high school type movies that we can have her here.
Right.
And not, what did we have her here at last time?
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids was last time.
Right.
But we don't talk about that one.
I thought it was 50 Shades of Grey. I couldn't remember exactly which one it was. It was same thing, I guess. Bridesmaids, I guess I didn't realize how dirty that one was until we,
I didn't either. It's
I feel like I mentioned it.
Yeah. Maybe. Now, Will is not here. Will is actually working in West Texas. So sitting in for Will is our old friend. Haven't talked to him in a while. John, the bass player.
What's up, John?
John, the bass player, is here.
Thanks for having me back.
Now,
I appreciate it.
since you've been here, I saved the bottle of whiskey that you
I know.
that
I
you brought.
appreciate that.
People walk in here all the time. And they're just like, "Holy shit, you got a bottle of whiskey!" And I'm like, Doesn't belong to me.
It's a stand-up guy.
We have taken a couple shots out.
That's what it's here for.
Now, here's the thing. I just yawned for the first time, and for some reason, I didn't yawn during the pre-show.
Yeah,
so
you
there
didn't.
should be 3 more yawns as we're getting into the book of the show.
There's one.
Now, Casey's don't count.
Oh, no.
You got me now.
No?
Jesus.
Okay. Now we're just
I'm trying to
passing
find
around.
it.
Let's get it all out of our system, guys. Now, John, you got married since
I
we've
did.
seen
I
you
did.
last. Yes. And I understand that at your bachelor party, Will got hammered.
Oh my God, he did. I
He
think I don't
really
remember
did.
because I got more hammered.
Yeah,
I don't remember getting
that's
home.
very true.
I just can't
He was the
believe-
most hammered.
Oh my
never
God,
got
I
to see
was
Will
basically
hammered.
blacked out at the end of the night. I woke up at home and I don't know how that happened.
Will is awesome hammered.
I know.
Oh,
wanna
he's
see
great.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's like a happy-go-lucky guy. Generally, it's like times 10. Everything's
Yeah,
awesome.
like Will doing a tequila shot is one of my top 5 favorite things in life.
Yeah,
Man,
for sure.
I got to see that someday. We got to try to make that happen. Now,
At a strip club.
last week we did an episode because I was on the Warp Tour. I was out absolutely murdering the Warp Tour. Man, it was fucking hot. I know I complained about Florida, and Florida was still worse. But man, Houston, the fucking humidity and the heat there, man. It's just like, I mean, I don't know what I hate the most. Florida in general, the humidity and all of that, because what I'm saying is like the humidity everywhere in Florida, or just Houston, or like Baton Rouge. You know, I think Houston because I have to
Houston?
go there a lot. My family lives there. We go down there to get away and stuff, and it's awesome. But god damn it,
It's the one city on my list that I will never go to.
yeah.
It's the way I'm going.
It's not
of
worth
America.
it. Yeah, no, it's
It
it's
is.
definitely the armpit of Texas.
Armpit.
We used to do this bit in Bowling for Soup where we would be talking about something and we would just talk about like how shitty Houston is, and we'd go, "We've been lobbying Louisiana to trade us Shreveport for Houston so we can have gambling in Texas. You guys can have the port and all of the trade that comes with you." Say, fuck it, take NASA. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. It's like, yeah, it's fucking crazy. The newest astronauts are all Cajuns. We can't understand a fucking thing they say on the radio. But anyway, it was such a fucking great tour. It was so awesome. But we did it without Gary because Gary had to stay home because his wife was borderline gonna.
Wait, what?
Okay, so here's the thing. Gary's wife was pregnant. And so the Thursday before we left, so we were leaving on a Tuesday. The Thursday before he left, they went to the doctor. The doctor says, could be 3 hours, could be 3 weeks. So Gary had to, before the baby to come.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
You kind of scared me because you said was pregnant. I didn't know how pregnant she was.
Yeah, pregnancies end, and then you have babies.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was early on in the pregnancy and he's saying was pregnant or if it was later
Let
on
me-
in the pregnancy.
let me just
Started
put this-
off with like an ominous tone.
Yeah, it did.
let me just put this out there just for future reference. If I was going to say was pregnant and it wasn't leading to something good, I wouldn't be fucking talking
Well, I
about
thought I didn't know if you were
Good point.
tiptoeing around it or it slipped out.
Yeah,
point, good
no,
point.
Okay.
no. I wouldn't say anything.
All right.
So anyway, we have to have the big tour. So anyway, he sits the tour out. He had to sit this tour out. We had to fly in a guy. His name is Rob Filicetti. He plays guitar in a band called Patent Pending, but he's a drummer. He was the drummer for the Ataris. In fact, those of you listening to this, if you ever have seen the video where the Ataris kick their drummer out on stage while throwing the drums at him, that's Rob Filicetti. So he came and sat in a few shows with us. Gary actually showed up to Dallas, and they did half the show, and it was great. But we got to San Antonio, and sure enough, little Mia Wiseman came out right about the time we finished our set. So he did the right thing by missing the tour. And but it was great. First shows that we've done without Gary though in 20 years, which was
Wow.
it was wacky. Less wacky.
Did the guy have to learn the songs? Or
Yeah, but I mean it's a 25 to 30 minute set. It was, and also they've toured with us so many times. He was just like, it's just kind of there saved in the banks.
I didn't know there was a video of the drums getting thrown at him.
Yeah, you can look it up. Atari's kick out drummer on stage or some shit. I don't know. And they,
Oh, like for real?
Oh yeah, it really happened.
Oh, I thought it was like a joke.
Oh no! They in the middle of a song, the singer stopped the song and started throwing the drums at the guy while he was playing.
He must be really good.
What?
Who?
The drummer. Why were they throwing the drums at him?
Yeah.
Because he was fucking it up because he was drunk.
Oh, he's drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which in Bowling for Soup.
Yeah, that's like a plus.
Yeah. You're adding to the show. Are you kidding me? You just given me so much material. And not only giving me material for that day, I'm going to talk about it the next day and the next, and they're all different bits and just like, going from bit to bit. Anyway, we had a great tour and that was awesome. So anyway, while I was gone, we had recorded this episode of Current Events. Now, here's the thing. When you look it up, Rich did the title of it. Now, but I want to make it super, super clear for the listener. We don't talk about fucking television on there because that was the rule. I had to fucking erase all of my television notes as we're starting to record the thing. And then big topic from Rich is this Phelps versus the shark or whatever. And not only does that happen and all of my materials cast out from that thing, anything Game of Thrones I was going to talk about or any of that stuff, all just gone. Then he titles the fucking episode Phelps versus shark. It's like, it's as if like anything, you could have called it literally anything.
I feel like I'm the drummer for the Ataris.
We talked about Marvel versus DC and just all this shit. By the way, I saw Spider-Man.
Oh, is it good?
And I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Loved it.
I thought
Loved
the way
better than the original.
No, not for me.
Okay.
But again, I'm not a superhero guy.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed like that first Tobey Maguire one, whatever.
I think this is the best casting of Spider-Man. I like this kid.
The kid is awesome.
Yeah.
The story is great. Like how they get from, because like for me, I would have never understood what his association with the Avengers was. And to be honest, I never even knew there was Avengers. I just liked Spider-Man when I was a kid.
Right.
By the way, on my artist page soon, I'll be posting a picture of third grade me sitting in Spider-Man's lap at the mall in Lawton, Oklahoma. And on the bottom of it, my grandma wrote, Jaret and Spider-Man, which I think is fucking just nailed it. Nailed the photo.
Yeah.
And it was really him too. It's him. Anyway, Rich, I do appreciate the fact that you took away half my shit for that episode and then freaking named it something on television. So what I'm saying, I'm making executive decisions. My name's on this fucking show. From now on the Current Events, we will be entering into television if we fucking want to.
All right.
Because that you fucking set the precedence there. You threw it to Phelps and the shark.
How do we not talk about Michael Phelps versus a shark?
I know.
Though?
It was
the most
topical
disappointing thing ever, though.
From the previous episode. That's
I
all.
understand that, but maybe there's some topical television stuff that I need to. For example, do you remember the time on Different Strokes where Arnold wanted to go in to get the toaster and the bank got robbed?
Right.
Yeah, and then Tootie and him were like stranded in the bank.
That's all you gotta do. You'd have to link it around.
And they missed going to the amusement park.
That's a different show. You just threw in Facts of Life Tootie into Different Strokes.
Well,
was she in that episode?
A lot of you don't know that was
Whoa.
actually a spin-off of Different Strokes. Tootie was actually...
Shut up.
No, I will not shut up. It was 100% a spin-off. Yes, it was. Well, actually, you should have known because Mrs. Garrett was the original housekeeper on Different Strokes and then went on to be on Facts of Life after that. And that's when we got Adelaide, the little old lady.
Adelaide.
This is love on the dead on the day. Yeah, nice with the winger there. I like that. You're forgiven about the Phelps thing.
All right.
Hey, this week we're going to talk about Mean Girls. Man, this is a good one. And anyway, it's been a while since we've sat and done a movie podcast, so I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
I want to thank our new supporter, Les Zaldor Zalewski.
Yep. He's that guy that you were on his podcast 20 years ago.
Oh, that dude is really awesome. His podcast is really good too, and I'll have to remember what it is, but it's really good, and then I'll give it a plug. He upped his support actually this week. Our executive producers are our Patreon supporters as well. If you'd like to support the show, we'd certainly like to have you along. It means merchandise discount for you, other perks all the time, and we're adding stuff apparently every week, because this week we're streaming live to our Patreon people as we're doing this right now. So we're going to thank our executive producers, David Murray, Ashley C., Sheila Ray Wonder, Wendy Croft, David Dooley, Diane Small, Big Chris Whitehead, Lucy Murray, I'm sorry, I burped in the middle of your name, Rodon James, Eddie Weiss, Lisa Wenzel, Sean Umbeck, Joel Robinson, Nigel Watson, Greg Pascal, Chris Holt, who we will hear from later in the show on 5 Questions, Tyler McCullough, who sounds like a professional golfer, I'm not going to lie, Mark Ryan, Svi Hurst, Josh Millman, Jason Randall, Wayne Bullard, who we will also hear from later on in the show, and our newest executive producer, Mr. Les Zaldor Zalewski. Thanks for everything you guys do. And while I'm at it, don't forget to support don't forget to like the Facebook page and all of that bullshit too. We're going to talk about Mean Girls, which came out in 2004. Katie Heron is a hit with the Plastics, the A-list girl clique at her new school, until she makes the mistake of falling for Aaron Samuels, the ex-boyfriend of Alpha Plastic Regina George. No, I don't like it.
I don't think so either.
That's not what the movie's about at all.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that happens in the movie.
Sort of, yeah.
But now, Rich, I assume that you're going to have an alternate for us.
That is true.
Over to Rich for his alternative synopsis.
Mean Girls. A girl whose boobs are just kind of meh ran the school along with her 2 sidekicks whose boobs were both kind of eh, until the new girl came to town whose boobs were definitely yeah.
That's pretty goddamn good.
All right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I nailed it.
You couldn't not notice those, right?
Wow.
You know,
That was impossible.
The whole time I was just thinking, I mean, and again, I don't know her. I mean, obviously, she's been through a lot, and everybody, she's had a rough time. And I know she didn't have the easiest of childhoods or whatever, but God, she was beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
beautiful
really
and
Yep.
just so.
You can totally see why she sort of owned young Hollywood at that time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even her voice. There's just something about her voice. It had like the right sort of tenor and like nasalness in it. And as I was watching, I was just like, God damn, like what a shame that she didn't go on to just be fucking,
She did the Herbie movie and this movie, and I was like, wow, this girl's going to be huge.
Right.
And then drugs.
Well, there's also a gold record right up there with her picture on it.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Freaky Friday.
Was that before? What year was that?
That would have been right around in that time.
Yeah.
Freaky Friday, of course.
Yeah, I mean, she was just killing it. She was slaying every movie, and she had the Parent Trap earlier on.
Yeah, and she was great in that. I mean,
excellent
little
in
kid
that
actor.
movie.
But
Worst British accent of all time.
yeah, maybe of all time. We did talk about Dick Van Dyke last week. Don't forget that.
She's like Dick Van Dyke's like a child.
Mary Poppins, you look beautiful.
That's pretty bad. You're gonna have to boost that, Rich. Actually,
fine.
fuck it. Leave it like that.
Leave it
Nobody
just
wants
like
to hear it. Anyway, you fucking stepping over me talking
sorry.
about my song in this thing. And last week you pulled some fucking song shit out of your ass that nobody cared about.
What I did?
You were just like, well, I had 3 songs and this guy, and now he's dead. But we Bowling for Soup covered Britney Spears. What the fuck is that song called that we did? Oops. No, we didn't do Oops.
Baby, One More Time.
Baby, thank you, baby. One More Time in that movie. And Jamie Lee Curtis actually sings along to it in the movie. So, I've got that going for me.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Now, obviously, this movie stars Lindsay Lohan, who, I guess the best thing about her is that you can find like various really revealing photos throughout the internet of her like in really like wife beaters or like bending over and
She was
things.
like in Playboy, wasn't she?
Was she?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I believe she was.
Like fully naked? Or like clothed
Wasn't
in Playboy?
she?
I don't know.
I don't know.
John's
but,
Googling.
But let
I'm
me
going to the
nude.
interwebs right now.
No,
Let me-
nude, I think.
let me write that down.
I think she was like blonde, like Marilyn Monroe-y.
Interesting.
John, report back. I'm pretty sure.
I'm working on it.
Now, Rachel McAdams, who as we started watching this,
Notebook.
I go, well, so I'm just like, I don't really think that girl's that hot. Like I was like,
I don't either.
Honestly, out of the four of them, she was definitely not the hottest, definitely not the second hottest, and I don't even think the third hottest out of the four.
Not even close.
And I'm sure if you dress up the lesbian girl from the fucking cosmetic stand, she's probably hotter too.
She's in a lot of stuff now.
Yeah, she's in the Masters of Sex.
Jesus Christ, let me write that down too.
That's a thing.
So Rachel McAdams, but then she said the thing about the Notebook.
Said, you don't remember her from the Notebook? And he was like, oh yeah, like she can be beautiful.
And Wedding Crashers.
Which one was she in Wedding Crashers?
The girl.
She's the main girl.
Oh
I'm not
my
a huge fan.
God. So this is one of those girls who like I can't ever place. Like I know who she is, but she looks
kind of is like
she
that,
looks completely different in every movie.
Okay, I've got confirmation that she was naked in Playboy.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I'm looking right.
How's it look?
It looks like that.
Oh,
okay.
That's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
you shithead.
Like, yeah, she looks great.
Or are you talking about Lindsay Lohan?
No, yeah, she's doing the Maryland thing.
Oh, Lindsay Lohan. Okay.
Yes.
Did you really think that was Jamie? I know you
Did
thought
you
he was
really
far
think
away,
Jamie Lee
but
Curtis?
Jamie Lee
Did you
Curtis.
really think I was going to try to find that?
That's why I was like, I don't think.
Hold on.
And probably
Jamie Lee
probably clear up some rumors.
She used to show her boobs all the time. There's an amazing scene in Trading Places where she's just standing in front of the mirror, and they're lovely.
Yeah.
That show Trading Spaces.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I used to watch that
Fucking
all the time.
worst.
Love that. You hated it?
No, love the show. She did the worst shit to people's houses. Like, I'm gonna cover your walls in straw.
Right.
Oh, you're talking about the black-haired girl, the brown-haired girl?
Yeah, and they'd like let
What's her
the
name?
neighbors. I don't know, Heidi something.
No, Hildy. Hildy?
No,
Something.
I liked the Genevieve girl.
Genevieve, I liked a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus,
mostly because of her
and
boobs.
they'd always be like, I just
her
don't want
boobs,
anything like.
were huge.
and she kind of got a little chunky butt
Yeah.
for a little while.
No, she was fine. I would have all over
all
that.
over it. Yeah.
All
She's-
over
she
Yeah,
had-
they like intentionally just fucked people's shits up. Like they would be like, I just don't like anything.
She put
like,
fucking
Asian.
AstroTurf in the people's house, that chick.
I don't like
Hildy.
anything Asian. So she was like, okay,
Welcome to Put Asian.
my inspiration for this room is going to be this kimono.
yeah, that's
They absolutely did
The
that.
worst. Just made people mad.
Don't touch my fireplace.
Yes, that was the big one.
That was Doug, right? Doug,
oh, I don't remember.
the real smarmy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, older.
That was the one thing. Don't touch the fireplace, and they fucking built a new fireplace around their fireplace.
oh my god.
I just want to point out that since we've now talked about Trading Spaces as a TV show on the show,
Right.
on the Random Movie Talk, you can bring it up.
I can bring up Trading Spaces.
Right.
As it's okay. Cool.
You can bring up so far. You can bring up Trading Spaces,
Different Strokes.
Different Strokes,
And-
or
Facts of
Shark
Life.
Week. Yeah.
and Shark Week.
And
Okay,
Shark
hold
Facts
on.
of Life.
Wait, let me get off of the notepad where I'm writing down shit about naked girls and go to shit I can talk about. Hold on.
While you're doing
Talk
that,
about-
Masters of Sex is a show on Showtime, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's about the Masters and Johnson sex.
Yeah. You
It's
know
about how they basically they learned about the female orgasm that they didn't even believe was like a thing before that guy.
Oh, you know what I like is Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
They make these Q-tips, and if you ever buy the bargain brand of those, you will be a fucking believer, man. Like you've got to buy the
Johnson
name
Johnson.
brand Johnson, especially if you're an ear cleaner.
Yeah.
And I am. I don't stick it all the way in there. I'm not.
I do. I like poke my brain.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
No, I
that's
do.
what's-
No, you're not supposed to do that.
I do it all the time.
You
Every
know
day.
what Dick Van Dyke said on TV when I was a kid?
Something really bad in a bad English.
Never stick anything in your ear
That's bigger than your elbow.
except your elbow.
What?
Right.
Because you can't.
Because you can't put your elbow in your ear.
Because you're not supposed to.
Tina Fey is in this movie. She also wrote it, and I love me some Tina Fey. Like I love her. I do. I love her.
I get it.
She's actually really hot. I
Yeah.
think she's hilarious.
I never thought it until I saw this movie, and I was like, yeah.
I just
she's
wonder if
pretty
she's
hot.
like miserable.
I
in
like
real
Amy
life,
Poehler
though.
better.
No, she's not. Everybody
sure?
talks about her a lot.
Parks
Well,
and
no,
Rec.
because you hear about her all the time. But she's with her husband that she was still in when she
Yeah.
was doing. Like
Second
they've been
City.
together forever. Everybody talks about how awesome she is. Like she's not like a miserable, just
Okay,
like
good.
you know,
That's good to know.
bitchy
Did you ever
person.
hear the story about the scar on her face?
I have heard it, but I don't remember what it is. But I think it's a violent
she has
crime,
like a
right?
scar, like right here. If you start looking at it, I never noticed it until I saw.
Oh,
an
I
article
noticed it
about
right away. Yeah.
Where's the
She
scar?
was like 5 years old, and a man pulled over or walked by her and literally just like slashed her face with a knife,
wow.
and then like ran off, just like crazy. Like,
Do you ever wonder if she
Little
didn't
kid.
get that scar, she wouldn't be as funny as she is today?
Probably.
Yeah,
it had to have. It had to have had like a
that
huge
guy
impact.
Made her career in life amazing.
Well, the thing is
I think
that
she
he actually.
mentioned something about that in like.
Oh, really?
interviews.
Well, yeah, he went on to sue her. He actually sued her for money, like after she did 30 Rock.
Right.
And he was just like, you wouldn't be this successful had I not done that.
I think I heard
so
that
I'm
too.
going to go ahead and sue you for.
You guys making this shit
He's
up?
making-
right?
Yeah, we're
He's
totally
making
making.
all
Okay, good. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they never found out. They never found out who did it.
I'm like, wait.
John
wait.
hasn't
I realize I've been drinking since
learned
like
to
noon.
read your bullshit face
She was
yet.
real little. Some
Well,
she might
I look
find
at
an
you.
eight.
I just see the bullshit back of the head. I can't tell.
Tim Meadows, who is one of my favorite character actors. It's so funny. He's like the guy who was on Saturday Night Live the longest, but never got an actual character until he got the Ladies Man. And of course, you love the movie The Ladies Man.
Ladies,
The movie's awesome.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's a
Like a little
lady.
Cavassier.
Hell yeah.
I love that movie still.
Amy Poehler is in this one. Amy Poehler, who,
The cool mom.
Love her.
yeah, God, I love her in everything. You know,
so
Have you
funny.
seen her new movie?
I have not.
It's hilarious.
Now,
And
What's
of
the new
course, I
one?
was the only one in the theater laughing, but
What's
I
the
thought it was
new movie?
hilarious. The one about the girl who goes to college, but her parents run out of money, so they build a casino in their house with Will Ferrell.
Oh, I wanted
Yeah,
to see that.
It's so funny.
but apparently the reviews are bad, right? Like, or
I mean, okay,
Oh, yeah.
reviews may be bad, but I was crying laughing the whole time.
yeah. I mean, everything she does is funny. Now, Anna Gasteyer plays Katie's mom in this, and she's a very funny Saturday Night Live actress as well. I mean, it is very much a who's who from Saturday Night Live all over this fucking thing. Lacey, is it Chabert?
Was it produced by
Chabert, something like that. The girl
no,
from 30-something? Or?
Lacey Chambert, right?
Well, there's no M. It's Chabert.
Oh, then I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, and she actually became a voice actress and did a bunch of shit.
Chabret.
She was in like Transformers and
What was her first show?
Voltron.
It was Party of Five.
Ah, that's it. I was thinking of 30
I was waiting to spring that on you in case you
Wait, is
didn't.
this Gretchen?
There you go.
Gretchen?
Like who? Wait, who are we talking about?
Yeah, this is Gretchen.
Oh, right, Gretchen,
She
yeah.
was in Daddy Daycare with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that was terrible.
No,
She
it's
grew up.
not.
It was
Rich.
awful.
That's one of the best movies ever.
Hey, you're not
Jesus
you're not
Christ.
selling us on that Amy Poehler Will Ferrell movie now.
Okay, it was hilarious.
Now, Lizzie Kaplan, who plays the friend that I was talking about earlier, she has gone on to do a bunch of shit. She was actually in Interview, so she's been in a couple of James, what's his face's, what the fuck, James Franco's movies.
She was in Playboy too.
She was in 127
the blonde?
Hours. No, I'm
Okay, what's her
talking
name?
about the.
I'm
I
going
just
to
made that.
Google.
I made that up.
No,
Damn it.
I'm talking about the friend that works at the.
Janet.
counter or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Oh, she's in all types of stuff.
Yeah, but she was in The League for a little bit. She was on
Yeah.
New Girl for a little bit. Voice actress, tons of shit. American Dad still.
I think her biggest role to date is the Masters of Sex on Showtime, though. She's the main co-star person in there.
I don't know why you keep coming back to that.
It's really good.
He's a perv.
Damian Franzese plays the really gay friend who is hilarious in this fucking movie.
Yeah, he's
Neil Flynn plays Katie's dad, and me and Casey on a lazy day one day on vacation ended up watching like 7 episodes of that show, The Middle.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he's
I
the
love that
dad in
show.
that. That show is fucking funny, and he
really
is
funny.
amazing. in it.
Brick is hilarious.
I like
Yes.
him in Scrubs. Do you remember him in
Yeah,
Scrubs?
Scrubs,
He was like
the
this
janitor.
janitor that like had it out for the main character, and they were always like in weird conflict.
Jonathan Bennett plays the love interest guy. I recognize him from a lot of shit, but I couldn't really put
I don't think he's
anything
been in
on it.
much.
I mean, he was in Cheaper by the Dozen too. I guess he played.
Straight to DVD.
That's also a really good movie.
That
man,
one's not bad.
like,
that
your
one's
I
not
cred-
bad.
love that movie.
Your
Is it better than
cred
the
is
first one?
diminishing at such a rapid pace right now.
And then Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah, her.
No.
Is
she was in
Mamma Mia.
Yeah, Mamma Mia, Letters to Juliet.
Was she in
Les Miserables?
She was in whatever she wants to be in, man.
the Mars, Victoria Mars? What the fuck's her?
What?
I don't know.
Veronica Mars.
What's that movie? This is the blonde girl, right? That we're talking
Yeah,
about?
she was in Ted
What's
2.
that movie where that girl she hires who's the redhead who we see her boobs all the time? The older girl.
Oh, yeah. You talking about Sunshine Cleaners?
No, what's her name though? The actress.
Oh no, that's
older
Amy Adams.
Redhead.
Yeah,
You see her nipples in every movie, even when she's not in.
And
Oh.
she hosted the
Julianne
Moore.
Okay.
Oh, that one.
Julianne Moore hires her to try to seduce her husband or whatever to see if he's cheating on her.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
It was
I didn't
crazy.
see it, but I remember
It was
the preview
really,
for it.
really good. Yeah, and then she ends up being, of course, psychotic.
Well, and I used to watch that show Big Love, and she was on that show for a little while too, and I remember her being very good in that. Yes, and of course Veronica Mars, and she was on soap operas as a kid. So anyway, she's had quite the run, and she was born in 1985. Great year. Fantastic.
Well, I just wanted to let everyone know that we have a new student joining us. She just moved here all the way from Africa.
Welcome. I'm from Michigan. Great.
Her name is Caddy Heron. Where are you, Caddy?
That's me. It's pronounced like Katie.
My apologies. I have a nephew named Anthony, and I know how mad he gets when I call him Anthony. Almost as mad as I get when I think about the fact that my sister named him Anthony.
Well, welcome, Katie, and thank you, Mr. Duvall.
Well, thank you. And if you need anything or if you want to talk to somebody...
Thanks. Maybe some other time when my shirt isn't see-through.
Okay.
So the whole opening scene thing, I missed the part where the parents are talking to her before she goes to school or whatever. And then and I was talking to Emma and Jack or something, and for the first time, I think in the history of our relationship, Casey goes, "Did you get all that?" And I go, "No, what were they talking about?" "Well, it's important. Are you ready to watch?" And that's usually me to her. And so she backed it up. And so I hadn't even made it 30 seconds into the movie yet. So anyway, I paid attention.
You do that all the time. I said, I don't have to pay attention. You
yeah.
do.
Oh, yeah, that's what she said. She goes, "Yeah, it's not my job to pay attention to this shit. It's yours." I sit over here and
I
make
sit in these things when I didn't watch the movie sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
So Tina Fey and Tim Meadows obviously have a great chemistry, and obviously, it's nice to see Tina Fey almost take her shirt off. I only had to go to a new school one time ever, and it was in the second grade, and I went the last month of school, and then by summer we had moved back home, and then I went to school with my friends for the rest of the time. But I was thinking about this, and you had to move around to schools all the time.
Yeah. Every 1 to 3 years.
And we've talked about this, though, about how you would kind of be like a nerd in one town, and you'd move to the next town, and you'd be
instantly popular.
Kansas.
Instantly popular.
It was instant. No one would ever talk to me in the old school. I had 2 friends, and no one would talk to me. I moved to the new school. I go to a party the first day I'm there. All the girls want to dance with me. I have a girlfriend instantly. My best friend was the other most popular guy, and it was crazy. It was,
Did you wear
it was
a skinny
insane.
tie? Was that the thing?
Yeah, I wore a pink skinny tie.
Well,
and
let's
they just
also-
loved it. And I was like, I don't even know where I got that. It's why did I even have a pink skinny tie?
Let's not tiptoe, though, around the fact that you can fucking dance.
It's true. I've seen
We've
it.
all seen you dance. You can fucking dance.
Yeah.
Casey, you switched schools by choice?
And one time not. On second grade, I moved to the Louisville area.
Mm-hmm.
And that was fine, except for I had a weird, super rednecky accent. So everybody made fun of me for that a little bit.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was easy. But what was weird about switching high schools was the high school I went to, I'd pretty much known everybody since second grade. So I wore a lot of black and stuff, but I was pretty much friends with everybody. So I never really got made fun of. Nobody really brought any weird attention to things like that. I kind of had a lot of friend groups. And when I transferred schools, there was a whole table of people at lunch that called me Metal Zone, and they'd be like, "Hey, Slipknot, want to go to prom with me?" and shit like that. And I'd be like, "What the fuck is? Am I getting bullied right now? Who the fuck are you?" I had no idea.
Slipknot.
Yeah. I ended up being friends with those people too later. But like, it was really shitty.
High school for me was so easy. I mean, I was like,
That's the worst.
I was in band, and I was the fucking king of the band by sophomore year. And then, I was funny and I was smart. So like, it was fucking easy. I never got picked on once. And in junior high, yeah, because it was like the first time that I'd been fat. Because I didn't get fat till the 5th grade. Well, 5th grade and 6th grade, we all stayed in Cunningham. Everybody sort of act like they didn't notice and shit. You know what I mean? It's like you guys, like, shit, no, you looked at, Rich always says, no, you've looked the same ever since I've met you. Well, no, actually, if you go back to the photos.
Well, I see you every week. So.
But yeah, so anyway, but high school was easy. But I can't imagine switching high schools, because I think I probably would have got myself into some trouble. Now, we were driving with Ryan the other day, and Ryan, did you have to switch schools when you made the move over to here?
I moved 8th grade year, so I started 8th grade year.
Okay,
so 'cause you were going to the same school as my daughter, right?
With her friend.
With her friend, okay.
Patty. Yeah. Yeah, she was like my best friend. We were besties.
Now, so
then she spread a rumor about her that she was a lesbian.
What?
That didn't actually happen. She was a Mean Girls reference.
Were you now?
Oh, nice.
So did you switch before 8th grade started? Mm-hmm. Did you already know some people over here?
No.
Oh, okay.
It sucked.
So you went straight into one of the junior highs here in Prosper.
Yep.
Not knowing anybody.
Correct.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
It was.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
It was not fun.
How long did it take you to sort of garner some favor?
Not long, but I'm also not friends with any of those people now. I'm literally friends with no one that I became friends with when I first moved here.
Yeah, I'm not close to anybody that junior high anyway, like
I'm close to like a handful still. But it was a small town, one high school town.
There you go.
All of us were forced together.
Yeah, so you went there your whole life.
Yeah, basically.
I went to school with the same kids, but the schools got bigger every year. So, and we had 4 actually in Wichita Falls. So, by the time we got to junior high, I was telling Casey this the other day. It's like we kind of we were like all the new kids because everybody there had gone there in 6th grade and we didn't. And then basically like they all came after our women. So, and then once they got their fingers in all of them, then we moved on to, and then, we kind of all got new friend groups. And then 8th grade, everybody started some people found drugs and some people found music and this, and we all spread. And then we go to high school, and then it's a new group or whatever. It's just very, very few people that I am still in touch with from like all aspects of life.
Does junior high school ever end?
Absolutely.
Yeah, junior high school fucking ends for sure.
I don't even think I knew I had eyebrows then.
Yeah, right.
Putting makeup in your eyebrows was news to me. Like, let me just tell you.
Like we had like alopecia situation here. It was like just bald blonde eyebrows and then like jet black, like I like Marilyn Manson hair. It was fucked up.
That's exactly me in freshman year. I wore a really thick black eyeliner and then no eyebrows.
Yeah, same.
Wow.
Now, one thing that I thought was actually
you got YouTube. Like, how do you guys not know every little thing about everything?
I didn't know you could put makeup on your neck. It was everything.
That's a game changer.
You guys put makeup on your neck?
Yeah, to blend out the color of your foundation, so you're not too.
Oh, that was the worst when you had that line across the chin.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was
of course,
that was an '80s thing.
Yeah,
every girl in high school in the '80s had that line.
Everybody in middle school gets the pink line.
Exactly. And
I had to try to tell Emma one time. I was like, I pulled her and I was like, dude, I'm not letting you go out of the house with the pink line, like powder face thing. And she got like legitimately like mad at me for bringing it up. And then like a week later was like, so we're going to go buy makeup or like what?
I remember that.
I got to go get some of that neck makeup.
I should have probably just let it as a rite of passage, let her continue the whole year, get a good school picture with it and then move on. But I just couldn't do it.
One of the good observations that I thought though early in this one was where she legitimately didn't know any of the rules. Like, she would sit down in class and just like, I was just going to go to the bathroom. Well, you need a hall pass. Well, can I get one? No, sit down. And I remember this because my kids went to Montessori school. The older two went to Montessori school. Well, actually, now Everett goes. And it's such an unstructured environment there. Everything is sort of like work at your own pace. You choose what it is you're going to do for the day, these kind of things. Like, it's very...
It's also freakishly organized at the same time. It's real weird.
But then they get to, like Emma got to kindergarten. And she was just like, there's too many rules. Like, you have to sit down when everybody else sits down, and you have to do the same thing. And you got to go to the bathroom at the same time, and, all this. And I thought about that, but I couldn't even imagine, like, being that age, and walking into that situation and just being like, wait, why can't I have food in class again? Like, I'm just sitting. Of course, now you can,
right.
Which is fucking bullshit.
Sometimes you can, not all the time.
Oh my God.
Really? What? Okay, so when can you?
Okay,
when can you
so
not?
some teachers would, like, I had a teacher last year that would only let you eat fruit or vegetables in class. He would not let you eat anything with sugar. You could only drink water in his class.
Yeah.
And it was like first period, so sometimes I would just walk in with Starbucks and he would make me throw it away.
Yeah.
Full venti hot chocolate and
right.
make me throw it away. It was horrible.
We couldn't even chew gum.
Yeah. We couldn't either.
Us either.
No, me
we
either.
do that
Yeah,
because
same.
it keeps us quiet. So our teachers just kind of was like, whatever.
False. Gum is not quiet. And as somebody who is super, super sensitive to all noises in the history of the world, fuck gum chewing.
Jack,
it all needs to go away. Oprah said it best. Nobody even looks good doing it. Don't fucking do it.
Jack would leave here with like
She's Oprah.
with like a baggie of Cheerios, and he says he just gets to munch on it all day. Like, just like, I want a handful. I just reach in there and get them. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
We
like,
used to get.
I got detention for gum.
Yeah,
right?
we used to like we had to be sneaky about it.
Yeah.
You'd have a bag of corn nuts in your pocket. Remember,
That's
you have to be
even
like,
worse.
Like Napoleon Dynamite with the tater tots in his
yes.
Okay, tater tots,
Yes.
acceptable classroom snack. Whenever I used to get in trouble, like, and have to go to like in school suspension, you have to go to the special room all day and that's where you do all your work.
Been there.
They'd never send me
Done
my work,
that.
so I had to just sit there all day. But then like the whole punishment was stupid, but I kind of learned my lesson because we all had to sit there in silence while everybody ate lunch. And those just like,
Oh.
I'm like, I fucking hate this place.
Now
It was
there is no way that anyone that looks like this goes into high school and has this bad of a day ever.
Ever.
It will ever.
Ever.
It won't happen.
Nope.
It's impossible.
I remember this, and it was funny because it was a redhead with big boobs.
Yeah.
It was her first day. I was in the office. She was sitting down signing in because it was her first day at the school and everything. And I introduced myself, and I was like, holy shit. And fucking every guy in the world pounced on her right away.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Same time.
Yeah. She's ready for the gangbang.
Yeah.
It's
She was
the high
instantly
school
popular.
gangbang.
Like, she was instantly popular. Like, all the popular girls jumped all over her. It was like, hey, come into our group. And then all the guys wanted to date her. And I was like, okay, I guess that's not going to happen.
A lot of the time, yeah, it's a different response whenever you're the pretty girl going into a school and how the other girls treat you.
Yeah.
They don't usually want to be your friend.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I only went into a school as a pretty girl once. And it was like I was undercover. It was
the
back
same year
when,
as that cruise.
It was what?
The same year as that cruise, I said.
What cruise?
Where that guy called you princess the whole time.
Oh no, that was yeah. I think that was like
Was that your perm stage?
Perm stage, yeah, and I looked like a girl. And let me think about this for a second. My brother was
It's my knapsack.
And the psychic told you how many babies you're going to have?
Yeah, she would just like, you're going to marry, your husband's going to be a doctor and you will have 3 babies. And I just sat there just nodding or whatever. And my mom, I come out there and my mom was just like, well, that, you know what? She was making a lot of sense. I'm like, bullshit. She thought I was a girl the whole time. Like, if she doesn't know the difference, what the fuck I am, like, how is she supposed to, anyway, but, I did have 3 kids though. It's just that Casey's not a doctor. So
Yet.
Yeah, yet.
Where are the plastics?
They're teen royalty. If North Shore was Us Weekly, they would always be on the cover.
That one there, that's Karen Smith. She is one of the dumbest girls you will ever meet. Damien sat next to her in English last year.
She asked me how to spell orange.
And that little one, that's Gretchen Wieners.
She's totally rich because her dad invented toaster strudel.
Gretchen Wieners knows everybody's business. She knows everything about everyone.
That's why her hair is so big. It's full of secrets.
Hey, what's happening?
And evil takes a human form in Regina George. Don't be fooled, because she may seem like your typical selfish, backstabbing, slut-faced hoe bag, but in reality, she is so much more than that.
She's the queen bee, the star. Those other 2 are just her little workers.
You knew where this was going, right? Yeah. I mean,
Toaster strudel.
now, you've seen this movie before, right?
Yeah, a bunch of times. Well,
Yeah.
not a bunch of times, several times.
Yeah, I really didn't realize the impact that this one had over that it was that popular during the generation.
I remember the first time I watched it going, wow, this movie kicked ass, and I did not expect it to kick this much ass. And then I found out Tina wrote it, and I was like, okay, that makes a little sense why it kicked so much ass. This time I watched it, it was okay. I mean, it didn't blow me away. I was like, I don't know what really I was.
Look at Ryan's face right now.
I know I wasn't crazy about it. There were definitely moments. It was kind of cool, but a lot of I found it hard to do the clips for this because a lot of it was just fucking teenage dribble. It's
all funny and worth listening to.
It was just nonsense talking kids. No. And I'm 45, so I mean that to me now is just
the first time we saw this, we weren't older and somewhat cynical, 40s.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it was kind of fresh. You go back and revisit it, it's been done and done and done and done.
Agreed.
It's not near as engaging as
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really
not your
funny.
First time though, right?
As I watched it last night, I thought I had seen it before. I've probably seen it one other time, and I don't really recall. But I enjoyed watching it last night. I thought it was really funny. There's 4 or 5 like full on laugh out loud moments, which is is good.
But you've had toaster strudels before, right?
Best things ever.
I've probably eaten one before. I know the kids have. I buy them. The children eat them, but I don't.
Wow, they're amazing.
They're really
and you
good.
can decorate with the icing.
Yeah,
you can make a smiley face.
My son used to steal the icing. He'd
just
go into the
drowning.
box.
Have you had
he'd
the
grab
frozen
all
icing?
of the icings and just take them, and then I'd go in there to do it, and there'd be no fucking icing.
Did you ground him?
Icing.
Yes, I grounded him.
Yeah, you have to.
Fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah, like
Took
for
away
real.
all his shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And he kept doing it.
Yeah.
Super easy to
This
make.
is what I'm working with.
You can also just buy it from the store.
Well, but yeah, I really did. I really liked it a lot. I mean, you could tell Tina Fey wrote it because of just the smartness of a lot of it, and how it all worked. There's definitely a couple of parts where I'm like, why are we doing this? One part in particular, though, that was funny was I realized that 2 pop punk bands had spoofed this movie in their videos. One of them was Simple Plan, and their I'm Just a Kid video spoofed the getting hit by the bus scene.
Really?
And then, let me see, who was the other one? Oh, Bowling for Soup.
I knew that was coming.
Spoofed the Pete in the gym falling off the thing.
He didn't realize that's where it came from.
I didn't realize that's where it came from. Yeah,
Whose idea was
He said,
it?
we put this in a video.
That was the director's last minute idea. We had no idea that we were doing a spoof thing. We thought we were doing this kind of pretty original punk rock boot camp thing with, that happens in a school and shit. So anyway, we saw that. I was just like, well, fuck yeah, we spoofed that. We do that in the Punk Rock 101 video, and it's like the whole thing where Chris falls on the director and squishes him.
So you brought this up earlier about how Rachel McAdams wasn't as good looking as the other 3, and she's like the leader of the good looking girls.
Mm-hmm.
She actually it was supposed to be Lindsay Lohan was her part.
Oh, interesting.
And then Amanda Seyfried was Lindsay Lohan's part.
Oh.
So I don't know if it was geared more towards the mean girl as the main part or something, because Lindsay Lohan was definitely more popular than Amanda Seyfried at the time. But anyway, but Lindsay didn't want to play that part because she was worried that it would affect her image as an actual mean girl in real life.
Right.
Lindsay Lohan, worried about her image.
Yeah. Well,
I think they got it right. I think they did it perfect.
They did. But I can see though. That
I would
makes...
have liked her to be someone else. Rachel McAdams is some other girl that was actually hot. I think she's pretty. I think she's a pretty girl, but
I think she did awesome. I think
she was great.
Her acting was good.
Really was good in that role.
And I see what you're saying. It does seem that in the original script, it must have been geared more towards her, because the fact of the matter is that she does sort of get the last laugh.
Mm-hmm.
She fucking wins in the end. You know what I mean? She this book of fucking lies gets blamed on Lindsay Lohan, and what all she gets out of it is a broken neck.
That's it.
Fine.
It's fine. Okay. It's
sympathy.
fine. It's fine. But she gets a boyfriend that calls her hun all the time and shit. Who doesn't want that?
Me.
Oh.
Now, where you sit in the cafeteria is crucial because you got everybody there. You got your freshmen, ROTC guys, preps, JV jocks, Asian nerds,
Asians, varsity jocks, unfriendly black hotties, girls who eat their feelings, girls who don't eat anything, desperate wannabes, burnouts, sexually active band geeks, the greatest people you will ever meet, and the worst. Beware of the plastic.
Where did you sit? Oh, did we talk about where everybody sat? I didn't go to lunch.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I stood in the hall. We had like vending machines.
You just stood there?
And so, well, we had like, there was just a vending machine area and you could just stand there.
And actually in high school, I didn't sit in the cafeteria. That's true. Well, we had like a food court, like outside, and there were tables out there, and we would bring our own lunch and eat out there in groups.
Yeah.
Similar to that, but...
By sophomore year, I had friends with cars, and we left every day, even though we weren't supposed to.
That was my sophomore year. Junior and senior year, we left every day, too. We always went somewhere, food court in the mall or something, so I could fight people. And
yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah. Hello, fellas.
Hello.
Hey, guys. Oh, there you are. All right, so I've got... Now, Wayne, is your... no, Wayne, I see you, buddy. Chris, is your camera on?
Is that working?
Oh, there it is. There he is, guys.
It has to come all the way from the UK. Give him a second.
Oh, okay, I understand. Well, all right, guys. Well, thank you guys so very much for joining us. Now, Chris, I know for you it's freaking late as shit. It is now 2:30 in the morning. Now,
it is.
Do you feel like after this is done, you're done for the night, or will you try to fucking stay up and have a couple more beers?
It depends on what time we finish.
Okay.
I have this.
Right.
And another one open.
Oh, shit.
Just in case we're not done in time. But then I have more in the fridge, so
that is fucking...
Who knows what's going to happen?
Prior proper planning right there. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Yeah. Now, Wayne also brought 3 beers to the Jaret Goes to the Movies 5 questions game.
Actually, I have more. Since we've started this, I'm on my 3rd beer now.
Wow.
Nice.
Dude.
That means you're talking too much.
I don't have a problem, I swear, man.
This is why I'm trying not to drink during the podcast as much anymore, because I'd be right there with you.
Well, this is one of the reasons I wanted to do this this contribution. I wanted to have a beer with you guys and talk about movies. I haven't got a chance until today.
Yeah, this is the first time you've actually got to have beer?
I was actually off tonight, so I was like, screw it.
Well, do you want to talk about boobies while we're here, or should we just get to the game?
Oh, you know what? I thought I would hate this movie, but it actually wasn't bad.
Oh, you said movies. I got boobies.
I heard boobies.
That's the same thing I heard. It might have been wishful thinking on my
I thought he wanted to have a beer and talk with you guys about boobies.
I totally heard boobies.
Yeah, I'm just thinking I'm totally okay with that.
I was like, well, I was sitting there thinking I thought that, well, we do talk about, I mean, we basically talk about someone's boobs every week.
And it's going to come up in this one.
It is happening tonight for sure. I'm not even sure I could make it through the first clip without talking about movies.
Okay.
On this one right here. You know?
I'm right there with you.
Rich messaged me earlier, and he's like, have you guys watched it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Sarcastic.
He goes, just watch it for the bouncing boobs. I said, oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
silver lining.
It's what?
There is a silver lining.
There is, yeah. And a lot of eyeliner.
What did they think about the movie?
Yeah, let's you know what? Let's get into it. That'll be sort of like our intro into the thing. So what we're going to do, guys, is I want to just let everybody know. I want to let everybody know that we've got Chris Holt and Wayne Bullard on the line on the Jaret Goes to the Movies hotline here. Chris is in the United Kingdom, in Sheffield, and Wayne is in Georgia, the home of Georgians. And he's not in the country of Georgia.
No,
he's in the state of Georgia.
I'm in the country in Georgia.
Right, and he's in the state of trying to get hammered within the next 12 minutes that they're going to be on this call. All right, So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to play a game called 5 Questions, where we ask you 6 questions, and the high score, of course, is 7. You guys know the rules because you guys have both done this. Wayne has been our most frequent player since we started our Versus format. Seems to be catching on quite well. In fact, once again, I have said that Spike TV has now picked up 5 questions as a pilot, and we will be filming that pretty soon. Pretty excited about that. Going to start auditioning hosts. We couldn't figure out if Wink Martindale was still alive, so we're doing some research on that. Some asshole fucking tried to act like he was Casey Kasem on the phone. We fucking caught on real quick. And anyway, we're really trying to do the best we can with what we've got to work with.
Just get Wayne Brady.
We'll just get Wayne Brady, right? We could do that. I mean, I think he costs too much money. Plus, I don't know. He sings more than me. That's annoying. The last thing we need is another son of a bitch on this podcast making up songs. That's the last thing that we need on here. All right, guys. So let's talk about the movie Mean Girls. Mean Girls, of course, was written by the amazing cast member of Saturday Night Live who went on to do the news. Can you name the person that wrote the movie Mean Girls? Now, you're supposed to write this down. I fuck this up every single time. And when I call on you, you will read your answer. And Chris Holt. Well, I know the... Okay. Go ahead. Chris Holt, do you know who wrote the movie?
No.
Okay, right. And then let's go to Wayne Bullard.
I'm guessing here because I don't watch much SNL. I'm going to say Tina Fey.
It was Tina Fey. I'm sorry. I thought that was common knowledge. That was a very hard question. That is the second hardest question on today's 5 questions.
Maybe it's an American thing.
All right.
And it absolutely could be. In the movie Mean Girls, the girls are very, very mean. But however, the first friend that Lindsay Lohan makes in school is a girl who works at what kind of store in the mall? What kind of store at the mall does she work at? I will accept a variety of answers on this, by the way. You just got to get in the general area. All right, let's go to Chris Holt first.
Coffee shop.
Coffee shop is incorrect. Let's go to Wayne Bullard. Scented shit. We're going to go ahead and give him that one. Scented shit.
I couldn't think of a better answer.
I'm just saying. Awesome. Okay, scented shit.
All right, now we'll go to the next question. Of course, this question is also about the movie Mean Girls. In England, the term dogging refers to what? That's right. In England, the term dogging refers to what? Let's see. Chris Holt from England trying to get on the board for the first time. And let's go to Wayne Bullard first. Wayne Bullard, bullying is incorrect. Yeah. And let's go to Chris Holt. Chris Holt, what was your answer?
Car sex.
Car sex is absolutely correct. Dogging is car sex. Wayne leads 2-1 on that. Now, a lot of people didn't catch that reference in the movie Mean Girls, but my wife has seen it many, many times, and she was just like, did you catch the car sex of the thing? I'm like, they were fucking dogging? And she's like, yeah, and that was the end of that whole thing.
I don't remember that conversation at all.
Well, that's because it did not happen. Question number 4. We'll try to keep you guys going here because you're both doing fantastic. It's 2-1. Wayne over Chris going into the 4th question. This one's a little bit tough. The dance at the end of the movie was not the prom. What was the name of the dance that they all went to at the end of the movie Mean Girls? The dance. It's a very nice dance. A lot of people dressed up. Some people wearing their letter jackets because they just won the mathathon. Let's go. Let's both hold up the answers, please, and we'll go to Wayne. What did you say?
I think it was a spring fling.
Spring fling is correct. Let's go to Chris.
I had nothing.
Chris finished his beer. That is incorrect.
Absolutely nothing.
All right, 3-1. 3-1. Wayne leads. Now don't fret. you do still have a very good chance here, Chris, because we do have a fifth question, then a bonus question, and then if you're still behind, you can win it all with John's final bonus question. That's right. This week we've got John the bass player instead of the King of Sting, Will Vark. All right, we're going into question number 5. This will be my final question for you guys, and I will have to bid you adieu during this part of the game. Now, during this part of the game, we are hoping to have an alternate host come out on our Spike television show. Up for the role right now, Cheryl Tiegs, RuPaul, and also
Wayne Brady said he could only do it if it was in Vegas, and we couldn't swing it.
We couldn't swing Vegas. No, that's the whole thing. Anyway, we got a lot of people, and for announcers, we've been Danny Bonaducci and the dead guy from Saturday Night Live. All right. Okay, so here we go into question number 5, guys. The star of the movie Mean Girls was Lindsay Lohan. Can you name the movie that she was in called Freaky Friday, in which I had a song in it? Can you name the movie she was in called Freaky Friday, in which I had a song in the movie? Just write down Freaky Friday, and you will get it correct. It looks like both of them have written down Freaky Friday. That's right.
Nice.
So it's 3-2. Chris Holt, I actually didn't see what you did.
Chris Holt probably could have got that, and Wayne probably wouldn't have.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the Bowling for Soup thing. God damn it. I was trying. All right, we're going in, 3-2, right? 3-2 into Rich's question. And here we go. Wait, do I have a song for your thing or no? No, that's a different thing. All right, here we go.
Okay, bonus question is, does the limit exist?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh.
You would have had to have watched the movie for this. Does the limit exist?
Does the limit exist?
All right. The contestants are writing. I can see them writing. All right. So Wayne Bullard says yes. Chris Holt says he is indifferent.
Hang on.
Okay, wait. No, he is going to write something down. Does it exist? Oh, he wrote.
I can't write backwards.
He wrote
I said no.
Okay, he wrote no. So we've got a yes and a no.
Chris got it right.
Yeah, so Chris got it right. So it's 3-3. So that means there's no bonus question this week.
No, we can do the bonus question.
We wins. Still do the bonus question.
Anybody can answer it.
Okay, so now anybody can. The rules fucking change every week, guys. Every week it's something new. You just never know. Now, sitting in for Will Vark is John the bass player. We'll be introducing him the first of the show, but for you guys, he's sitting right over there. You can't see him.
Hello.
And so going to the super hard John the bass player bonus question, here he is.
Okay, you guys ready? All right, we've got twice the larger number of two numbers is 3 more than 5 times the smaller, and the sum of 4 times the larger and 3 times the smaller is 71.
Oh, no, that wasn't the answer.
Yeah, that's not the answer.
That's right.
I know
that's
the question's so jacked up. And I apologize, guys, for this question.
What's the answer now?
Okay, so the question is, what are the numbers?
Yeah, what are the numbers?
Chris Holt wrote 71. What are the numbers? Anybody?
I don't even know what the
What's going on
I know,
there?
me too. I don't even know what the question is, man.
We have no idea.
I think it's 5 and...
Let's go with the tattoo.
12, right?
I don't remember.
I don't remember what it was either. Do you remember what the answer to that question was? The answer to the first question during the math
I think it was something like that, 5 and 12.
I think it's 5 and 12 or something like that. Well, anyway, you guys both did great. You ended a tie, 3-3. There's nothing better than that. Nothing better than everybody leaving this thing a loser. Yes, Chris Holt.
I think that he should win because he's got an awesome Finn Balor thing behind his shoulder.
Okay, so he's giving him props on his props in the background and saying that he should win. Nope, sorry, we can't do it like that. Chris, you stayed up way too late to give away your tie and make Wayne a winner. You're both just going to have to leave not winners, meaning you're fucking losers. But thank you for being winners as far as we're concerned here on Jaret Goes the Movies. We could not do this without you guys, as you know. We love the both of you. Big props for you guys for always being available to us, and we'll talk to you guys very soon.
All right, man.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
You guys are awesome.
I've only had one other crush in my life. His name was Nafume, and we were 5.
Mimi, una panda baby. Chiroka.
It didn't work out. But this one hit me like a big yellow school bus.
Katie, what do you say?
He was so cute. I mean, A sub n equals n plus 1 over 4.
That's right.
Yeah. You know
How
what
would anyone know? If
Do
she's
you
right?
guys still have dreams about school?
No.
Yes,
I mean,
all the
sometimes.
time.
I mean, I swear to God, at least 4 nights a week. It's like a test I didn't study for.
Yeah.
Or it's the end of the year and I haven't gone to a class at all.
It's been about 10 years, but I used to have those all the time. Like, I couldn't find my locker. I didn't know my locker combination.
Yeah.
I'd come into class and I was like, I never have done my homework. I had all those like constantly, but I haven't had them in a while.
No, man.
I had a dream.
See, that's my real life.
Oh.
That's not a dream. So you guys suck.
You know those guys that somehow passed but were never in
showed up to class?
Yeah, I was one of those.
Annoying. I hate
Like
you.
I never shot. Yeah, I didn't
I
sweat that at all. I was way too
That
high in
never-
high school to show up to class.
It never
But I
pissed me
passed.
off. Never pissed me off until college. Like in college, where the dudes who their dads were like paying for their school, and they would fucking come to school sometimes, and then they wouldn't give a shit that they were failing and stuff. It fucking drove me crazy.
But it wasn't even those people, the ones that didn't care they were failing. There was like one of my best friends, Stephen Prosco, slept through our entire astronomy class, fucking head down from the time the bell rang until it rang again, and would kick my ass on every fucking test. Like
That's the
I'm like,
worst.
how do you even?
That's you?
Pretty much. Yes.
You're literally the worst type of person.
His-
Like, I don't.
I was
like-
going to ask you how you turned it around, but apparently you just didn't need to turn around. You just,
No, I just passed, but I didn't go to many classes. Seriously, it's a long, long story, and that's later. But yeah, no,
Mine
I was one
wasn't
of those
long. I
guys
was like a Taco Bell.
I had a biology class my sophomore year. I went the first day and the last day.
No,
I'm
That
serious.
would stress me out.
That's the
so
type
That's
of
much.
dreams.
it.
Those are the dreams I have nightmares. Like those are the
I
nightmares
do the
have,
same thing.
Is that there's been a class like forever and I didn't go to it.
Yeah.
Or
I
one of
gotta-
them, I show up on the first day and they're like, "Okay, everybody, this is all the homework that's due." And I'm like, "What the fuck? It just started." Then I don't have a book.
I got a
and then-
car, and all bets were off. I lost my mind in high school. I was like hardly ever in school. But
you can't be absent that many times.
You really can.
yeah,
You can now.
I don't
There's
know
no-
about now. I'm talking. This is a long time ago, but yeah, you can. And
There's no truancy law anymore. You fucking do whatever the
Well,
fuck you
there's
want.
not, but they will tell your parents.
Yeah.
I missed school so many
Wow.
times. My mom was like, "Man, I didn't know you were sick that much," which I'm like, I know, it's crazy. And then she goes up there, or she calls them, and they said, okay, she just has to go after school for however many days to make up her hours and get it signed off, and then that'll make up for it so she doesn't get in trouble for truancy. One of my friends is in like a shitty kid class, who like the class for like the kids that can't stop throwing like desks at their teacher and shit. And that teacher used to like go smoke pot with them all after school and stuff. And she fucking signed off on every single one of mine. I never had to do it.
That's crazy,
I
man.
When I was in
wish.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. That's all I want.
Okay.
No, I could never miss
So,
that much. There's no way.
I was in
could
high
miss that
school and
much.
I was in theater freshman year, but it was just sounds and like lights and sound. Never did any acting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was all just production stuff.
Oh,
my
weird.
sophomore year, I got a key to the auditorium. I had that my sophomore, junior, and senior year, and it was a big auditorium with a catwalk.
So you could just smoke pot all day.
Yes.
Where'd you get the money for the pot, John?
We're not going to get into that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, me and like every lunch, basically sophomore year on, every lunch, we'd grab some food and a bunch of us would go up to the catwalk and just get completely fucking ripped, hang out on the catwalk for like 3 classes.
Did you ever skip school, Rich? You don't seem like you would have.
No, I mean, I skipped school, but it was an event. It was like Christmas.
No, I'm saying that you didn't like just like not go
was
to
a-
school and your parents didn't know and you like any of that stuff.
No, I that's what I'm saying. I did it maybe once or twice. It was like Christmas.
It was like
Nowadays,
Tuesday.
you miss school, like it doesn't matter. Our kids can be homesick. We could have called and left them a note. We're going to get an automated voicemail that says your kid wasn't here and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, voicemail, email, everything.
All of it.
Yeah.
I used
Really?
to go to the bathroom, take this girl named Kristen's cell phone, call the nurse's office and say, hey, Casey has a doctor's appointment. She's going to go ahead and need to leave. And then go back to my classroom and just wait for the little fucking pink slip to show up. And then I just get to take it out.
I could only skip the first day of class because they didn't do attendance on that day for some silly reason. And then there was a senior skip day where I would just skip.
Yeah, we had that.
Or there was some test for your aptitude serving in the military.
Oh, I took that.
It doesn't count, or it's not mandatory or something, so we skipped that too. Those were 3 days. That I skipped.
We had this thing called Senior Skip Day.
Yeah.
And it was essentially a day where all the seniors would get together and tell everybody they were going to skip.
And then nobody did.
So I fucking went to school on that day because that was the day that they would give you like some crazy 3-question test that was like 100 points of extra credit or whatever because you fucking showed up, and then I'd skip the next day. You know, like, and all you fuckers get back.
Oh, they used to do the threats. I don't think I skipped on Senior Skip
Jaret.
Day. They would say, like, anybody that misses is going to get this and this and
Yeah,
this.
we
and
don't
I don't
have
think
that.
they ever actually did it.
Jaret, I think you missed the point. They skipped and went and had a bunch of fun together.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I had fun all the time. I don't have to have fun on somebody
I
else's
skipped fun
watch.
stuff. My mom let me skip on, like, Six Flags Day. I'd be like, fuck roller coasters. Like, she
Yeah.
just let me.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
there's easy stuff like that.
yeah, Emma didn't want to go to the natives, whatever the water park is that they went to this year.
Hawaiian Falls.
And she was just like, I just want to go to the mall with my friends. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can go to the mall with your friends. You don't got to go to the water park. I'd actually rather you not be at the water park for obvious reasons.
What are those?
Boys.
Check it out, Katie. It's our burn book. So we cut out girls' pictures from the yearbook, and then we wrote comments. Trang Pak is a grotesque little biatch. Still true. Don Schweitzer is a fat virgin. Still half true. Amber DeLucio, she made out with a hot dog. Janice Ian Dyke. Who is that? I think that's that kid Damien.
Yeah, he's almost too gay to function.
That's funny. Put that in there.
You totally can't, like, fucking call somebody a dyke now. Like, you got to, like, no. Like, it's just, everybody just comes out now. It's like a thing.
They're just saying, yeah, I called myself a dyke
Right.
earlier today. What are you
Yeah,
talking
it's no longer an insult.
No, it's
they just people come out.
Yeah, not that it was a big deal then. Anyway, who gives a shit?
It was kind of a big deal then. There was a couple gay people in our high school, and
It was a big deal.
Brutal.
It shouldn't have been, but
It
it was a big
brutal
deal
for
back
them.
then.
I feel really bad.
It wasn't a big deal in my school.
It was definitely brutal.
That's a generational thing.
Yeah, and that's not what I meant. But yes, you're right. I mean, there was like gay dudes that, I mean, people wouldn't come out.
I mean, it's hard at my school.
Yeah.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because this is like the douchiest town of all time.
Yeah.
It's just full of fucking asshole
Like,
children.
one of my best friends ever, like, isn't out except to me because he's terrified.
Well, you just outed him. Good job.
Good job.
I didn't say his name.
Good
Well,
job.
it's one of your best
How
friends
many
ever.
dude best friends ever do you have?
Actually, I'm not friends with a lot of girls, so I
Oh,
love
okay,
them.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Close
mean, I
one.
just think that's a miserable thing. It sucks. People can't just be people, you know. But
I feel like all the gay guys were like cool at our school. Like everybody loved them.
And you know, it's like when I was in high school, so there was like the metalhead clique, right?
Mhm.
And the most, like the people the girls that we hung out with were like the new wave girls. They listened to The Cure and all this
Yeah,
other
same.
stuff, right?
Yep.
And then their best friends
They
were
were
the
all-
gay dudes.
they were the gay dudes, yeah.
So you'd have parties at people's houses. It'd be all the metalhead guys, the new wave girls,
Yeah.
and the gay dudes.
And
everyone knew they're gay, and no one cared.
no, nobody
And
cared.
No one talked about it.
To us,
But
it was
you knew.
the kickers that didn't like the gay dudes,
Yeah.
and you know.
I'm gonna be honest. That was me. That is me. I listen to like that music that no one else listens to, and all my friends are gay. It's great. It's a great life I live.
Yeah, I guess
Now you
maybe
just outed
my-
all of your friends.
friends.
All your friends are
Every
gay.
single one of your friends.
I guess maybe I just shouldn't hang
Wow.
out. Now that I think about it, I said that they didn't have a hard time. I don't fucking know that. If anybody I know is listening and they did, I mean, I don't know. But I guess I just didn't hang out with fucking assholes, so I guess I didn't witness it a lot in like a big school. But from what I remember, like none of my friends really got like picked on. Everyone's like, cool, that dude's him fucking self, you know? That's cool. Everyone else didn't know
I
who
think
they
it's
were.
generational.
We absolutely had these burn books in middle school. So we would write, there would be people's names, and we'd write what we thought about them, but it was public. It wasn't a secret or anything. So and you put your name on what you wrote, you sign it. So when you say things about other people,
Why would you want your name on that?
it was just what we did.
I
So
wouldn't put my name on it.
it was almost like a yearbook kind of thing.
Mhm.
You know, where you sign someone's yearbook. It was kind of like that, except sometimes it did get a little catty, and they would say, well, so-and-so is blah, 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 and they would get in trouble for it if it got around. But you kind of keep the book in your circle of friends, but sometimes it got out and got to a teacher and everything, and
I
people
think
got
we
in trouble.
had that, but because of this movie, we had that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass woman, and I had a group text at work, and we got accused of it being a burn book. I'm like, I am fucking 30. Like, I don't need to burn anybody in a.
Hey, remember when Amy Poehler could pull someone that looked like Will Arnett, and now she looks like Leslie Knope?
I love Amy Poehler.
I don't know. I don't think Amy Poehler looks bad at all.
You don't think so?
Yeah,
but compared to, she looked hot in this movie though. Like she was smoking.
She's in the little running suit.
You're not on.
I always thought she was really pretty in Baby Mama. Did you ever watch Baby Mama?
No.
I always thought she was really pretty.
Saturday Night Live, her hair was always real just wacky. Like it just didn't work. But you know,
she was killing me in this movie. I think she
She
had
was
the
amazing.
funniest parts in this movie when she's being that mom.
Totally.
Air
The
quotes
cool
on that mom. Well, I don't know if she's the cool mom.
That's
Well,
what
she's
that's what she
pretending she's
says.
trying to be the cool mom.
Yeah, she says that. I'm a
She's
cool mom.
self-proclaimed cool mom.
But yeah, it's more of a trying to live the glory days through my daughter kind of thing.
In the regular world, Halloween is when children dress up in costumes and beg for candy. In girl world, Halloween is the one night a year when a girl can dress like a total slut and no other girls can say anything about it. The hardcore girls just wear lingerie and some form of animal ears.
Doesn't she look great, honey? What are you?
I'm a mouse. Duh.
this is a genius observation, by the way. It's like
Yeah.
I'm a bumblebee, and it's just basically like
lingerie with wings.
Absolutely, it's a pretty amazing. Absolutely amazing observation. Now, I believe it's time for one of our features here. And I'm pretty excited that this is back sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes you're excited. Sometimes you're not so
No,
excited.
well, sometimes it's here and sometimes it's there. Not
ever
there,
since
but-
we've gotten a theme song, I've made a point to do it.
Oh, okay, got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10, or 11. It's the Richter scale again.
Lindsay Lohan. We're doing Lindsay Lohan.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, hair 10, eyes a 10, nose a 10, mouth a 10, overall face a 10. Am I right? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Yeah. Arms, we start sliding down. 7, still good. Boobs 11. I mean, those boobs are fucking killer. Waist 6.5. She kind of has boy hips a little bit. And then ass is a 7. It looked good in this movie. I did see some internet pictures with her older, and it is not well kept. Legs 6. Overall body is a solid 9 in this movie. Now we all know today, not so much. That gives us a total of 8.4 in this movie. Today she gets about a 3.
Really? I don't even know what she looks like anymore.
Oh, she's
It's rough.
Woof.
She
Yeah?
looks like me
It's
with a
pretty
wig.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
It's
That
not.
sucks, man.
She's
Again,
getting better though. She is doing a movie soon. I think I saw something.
It really wouldn't take much. Stop doing plastic surgery and just, do the Hollywood get in shape kind of thing. It's not that
She
fucking
is.
hard. All you do
She's
is
I
off
think
the
she's
drugs
past the
now.
point of no return, though.
maybe not.
I think she's gone too far.
yeah.
Maybe. Well, you're talking about on their face?
Yeah.
If she just stops.
I bet she's got some crazy fucking labias. I mean, just like fucking
Wear them like chaps.
mud flaps, like fucking look like fucking like you're going through the car wash. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yes.
seriously,
They just, like swoosh back and forth.
It probably looks like one of those, those chairs they sell now. You you take it to the beach and you like fill it up with air really fast. It looks like an aired up canoe. That's probably what it looks like.
So I did the other two hotties in this movie as well. Lacey and,
Oh, wait, hold
and
on.
Amanda.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10, or 11. It's the Richter scale again.
Wayne Bullard says she looks like the old prostitute from Futurama. The other two hotties literally got straight 10s down the line.
Yes.
And so they're stupid hot.
Really?
Yeah,
Agree.
just straight
Oh,
10s.
God, yeah.
Yeah. The one girl with the big hair didn't look.
Lacey?
I didn't think she looked that good until her hair wasn't like that anymore, and then I was like, oh, well, that makes a lot of
Well,
sense.
she's 10 years older than the other girls in this movie.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
considerably older than the rest of the girls.
Are you talking about
Lacey?
Lacey's older, and so was Rachel McAdams was 10 years older than Lindsay Lohan as well. Also, Rachel McAdams is wearing a wig. I'm sure that was obvious to you guys, right?
That's what bothered me about her. Was
Yeah,
her
the
hair.
blonde hair
was a
hair
wig.
was horrible.
It looked wispy and
It just
It looked fake. It looked
a
like
lot
straw.
of hairspray.
It looked like straw.
It looked like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
No.
At all. Now, one of the things that I hate about teen movies or whatever is like sometimes when they try to do the gossipy shit, you know, and like so when the party happens and she and the head chick, what's her name? Rachel McAdams, Regina goes up to the boy and it's telling that what's her face is a stalker and you know all this. They've already dated. He would know that she's full of shit.
Right, yeah.
So that, you know, like I would have thought that there would have been a better way. I mean, obviously you've got to take liberties in movies because it's time is a factor. But I'm just like, he would have been sitting there listening to her the whole time going, this is all
you.
Yeah,
You're full of shit.
You know,
You're
you
a
lie
bitch.
all the time.
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
basically
agree.
what you're trying to tell me is she's awesome.
By the way, you know why he got that job?
No.
He looks like Jimmy Fallon, Tina Fey said. That's why he got the job.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Oh, well, that's what she said.
Well, it's wrong.
Okay. All right.
So that's why I was like,
Screw her.
why? He got the job because he looks like Jimmy Fallon.
Right.
Why does that matter to married Tina Fey if she doesn't have some kind of a thing for Jimmy Fallon and the way he looks?
Well, they did.
I mean, it's got a really close friendship, or that.
And they were doing the news together and stuff, and you know.
Did you put quotes up when you said that? Doing the news?
I'll try not to do that.
Oh, okay.
One little interesting thing, I wanted to give a shout out to a band called Punchline. Now, Punchline has our friend Chris Fuffle. God, his name's hard to remember, hard to say.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The guy with the phone calls, the animated phone
Yes.
calls?
Yeah. Fafolius. Anyway, he's in the band Punchline. He's the
Chris P.
Chris F.
Oh, is it F?
Yeah, and
Okay.
he
Chris F.
animated the "Don't Be a Dick" video for Bowling for Soup. Anyway, Punchline.
Oh, he did that?
Yeah.
So he does his own animation for his stuff too?
Yeah, and for like Weezer and all kinds of shit.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, this guy they had this album. It was called 37 Everywhere, and they like started like telling us about this. You know how if you start paying attention, you will start seeing the fucking number 37 everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the weirdest phenomenon. As I explain it to you right now, there is a very good chance you will start seeing it. This guy's but his Halloween costume, he was number 37, and that's what brought it to my attention. But like, it's the craziest shit. It's like you'll start seeing like in movies, like they'll walk up to a hotel room and it'll be 37, and it's not as much in here. Are you guys actually looking around to try to see?
Everyone in this room, if you were talking, we're all going, I'm trying to find
No,
a 37.
you'll see it you'll just see it out on the street. Like it's just crazy. Like you'll drive by a truck and it'll just be number 37.
It's just a good random number.
So I think there's a clinical term for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's
herpes.
No, it's I don't know the name of it, but it's when you are focused on some specific thing, you start seeing that thing, and you think it's not a coincidence, but it is a coincidence.
Right.
It's just that you're focused on it. So your brain basically
You're looking for it.
stops. Your brain doesn't consume every bit of information that it sees because it's just too much information. So it filters out all the crap that you don't care about. But when you tell your brain, I care about the number 37, your brain starts going, okay, there's a 37, there's a 37, there's a 37.
Right.
But if you I think you could do that to any number because
I did that. I tried to explain that to Emma because she was saying that like, it's so weird. I swear every day I look at my phone and it's 7:13 or something.
Exactly.
Like that. Every time I do it, every single day I look down and it's 7:13. Like, what does that mean? And then she's like, it used to be this number, but now it's always 7:13.
Right. So the Russian's superstitious. So she sees 777 everywhere, and we'll be driving down the road, and every license plate that has 777.
She's a big Striper fan?
So she's like 777, 777. Well, it's superstitious, and 777 is lucky. And then she also sees 1111 on the clock all the time, and she'll text me 1111. All the time. And so she just sees that all the time.
Right. So it was just that time that it's you pay attention to it when
I'm
you see
basically telling you that's bullshit.
Right. What's bullshit again?
37.
Oh no. I don't think that they think it's a thing. I think that they just think that they see the number 37 all the time.
I'm sure they
anyway,
do, yeah.
anyway, I'll tell you what's not bullshit. Their album 37 Everywhere. Go check it out. That album by Punchline. is awesome, and they have a new album out right now too. And Chris is a big fan of this show, so we'll give him a shout out. And I'm sorry for fucking up your last name.
Hey, go check out his videos.
I can't go to Taco Bell. I'm on an all-carb diet. God, Karen, you are so stupid.
Regina, wait. Talk to me.
Nobody understands me.
You're not stupid, Karen. No, I am actually. I'm failing almost everything. Well, there must be something you're good at. I can put my whole fist in my mouth. Want to see? No, that's okay. Anything else? I'm kind of psychic. I have a fifth sense. What do you mean? It's like I have ESPN or something. My breasts can always tell when it's gonna rain. Really? That's amazing. Well, they can tell when it's raining.
I wonder if I can tell if it's raining if I feel on her breasts.
If you feel on her breast, I bet you could.
I bet I could.
Test that theory.
Yeah. There is a thing about this. There was like a study, and they studied like a bunch of people, and these guys would like go up, and what they found is a lot of people would like want to touch girls' boobs when it was raining. So what I'm saying is that's bullshit. So anyway, you can just fucking lose that whole thing. So here's the funny thing. I was talking about Diane Small. A new episode of the Jaret Show podcast is out now. By the way, everybody go check that out. Yes, it's the last episode of the Jaret Show podcast. We will be switching formats, and it will be called Jaret Nation from now on. I did it kind of in a no. Because that's why you've been busy. I don't know. Why didn't I know we weren't on Facebook today? I mean, what's going on with us now? Anyway, so I was playing some bands that had paid to be on the podcast to support our Pledge Music campaign. They had given us a little bit of money towards the record, and then I played a song and talked about them. Anyway, Diane Small, one of our supporters, her son was submitted, and I was playing his song. And as I was playing it and talking about her and her husband Frank, she texted me, and I was just like, oh man, that's fucking crazy. I was just talking about you. And she goes, I must have ESPN. I didn't know what that was from. And then literally that night we watched this movie, and I was like, holy shit, that's a thing from this movie. So I really like this. It's a bunch of things just coming to fruition for me.
Yeah.
That
happens a lot to me.
Yeah.
I'll hear a word that I've never heard before, and then I'll hear it.
You hear it
five other times.
All the time.
And that's the same.
It's because your brain's focused on it.
It is exactly what that is. That is exactly what
So
it is.
basically we're saying that's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Yeah. All of that shit is bullshit.
Why are you eating a Caltine bar?
I'm starving.
Man, I hate those things. Coach Carr makes us eat those when we want to move up a weight class.
What?
They make you gain weight like crazy.
Mother...
I just love that. It just kept going and going and going.
I just love that I'm on an all-carb diet. Like, even her lunch at school.
That's the only scene that actually stuck with me the entire time since I watched that movie in 2004 is the protein bars make you gain weight thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been like gospel to me, and I stayed away from protein bars.
But this isn't like any protein bar. This is like a meal replacement weight
but that's
gain
not what
supplement.
stuck with me. It stuck with me that she was eating a protein bar and it made her gain weight. And so I'd always, and I kind of still think it's the protein bar is bullshit.
I used to eat that. I had the trainer, and she would be like, okay, just log your food for a week and I'll see what you're eating, and then I'll check it, make sure everything's good. I'm like, okay. So she was like, don't eat those protein bars. You might as well be eating a Snickers.
Exactly.
So then I went back the next week, and she was like, I did not mean actually just eat a fucking Snickers instead.
How about when your brother got you drinking the
shit,
the smoothies?
My brother's always like, he always had like issues gaining weight because his life's sad, right? He could never bulk up. And my mom would be like, hey, Casey, why don't you go to the gym with him? Just for fun or something. And so I'd like follow him there. I'm like 10, right? I'm like, okay, I can walk around the swimming pool, stand on the treadmill, see myself in the mirror, look like an asshole, get off the treadmill, like just, while he's over there trying to lift weights and stuff. And they had a Smoothie King in the gym, and so he'd go get a smoothie before he worked out, and I'd go get a smoothie, before I worked out.
Right, sure.
Sort of. And I don't know, I got the same one he did every single time, and it was like really good, and we'd go at night, and then like years later I went to a Smoothie King, and then like it just kind of clicked in my head what I used to order, and it was called the Hulk.
Oh my God! Yeah,
and it was just weight gain supplement, weight gain supplement, weight gain supplement.
It's like a 900 calorie smoothie.
It's more than that. It's like 2,000 calories or something.
Wow.
And I was drinking that like before bed at like 7 o'clock at night, 10 years old, and I'm like, I don't know, Mom. I swear, I'm like walking.
Smoothie King is my meth. I'm in there like 4 or 5 times a week. I don't get
like
the Hulk though.
I don't like doing
It was chocolate and delicious.
I don't like drinking
True.
anything that has calories in it because it feels like a waste of calories. I could be eating something. I could be eating a steak or something for those calories as opposed to drinking something that has calories. It's not going to fill me up.
In the morning because I don't like eating in the morning.
You can
and
change
I'm okay
that.
with like getting some, like you're supposed to get some food in there and some protein, and I can.
Yeah, I'm
like,
not the same
drink that
way.
and be
Like
happy.
I don't want breakfast, but I'll have like a big smoothie.
Yeah, even if I don't even have a
works.
smoothie, I can just
God
like
damn, I love
shake that
breakfast.
thing up and
I just
chug it
don't
and feel like I got
eat
something
or
in my
smoothie.
stomach.
No, I like brunch.
Oh yeah,
I'm
but
just saying.
only if it's
I
accompanied
like
by a lot of mimosas.
Yeah, brunch is the shit.
Like mimosas, Bloody Marys, bacon, eggs.
All
like
of
around
it.
11,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But breakfast, like at 8, I'm not.
Top it
hungry
all
at 8.
off with purchasing a dog.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
And
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
There,
our
and
last
there
brunch
is that.
turned into happy hour.
my friend Ben always used to say, you go to brunch, you have a few drinks, then you get some lunch.
At your age, you're going to be having a lot of urges. You're going to want to take off your clothes and touch each other. But if you do touch each other, you will get chlamydia and die. Coach Carr. Katie Heron, I want to see you in the principal's office. All right, chlamydia. K-L-A.
So this is what led me into the thing earlier today, because I love if you guys you're gonna have sex and you're gonna die. Okay, here's who wants condoms.
Yeah, that coach, the guy, he's great in that role because he's so uncomfortable talking to those kids.
Totally.
He's rushing through it.
But yet he's going up into the theater, into the production room,
banging all the Asians.
all the
Well,
Asians.
at least he had the condoms.
At least 2.
At Ryan's
That's
school,
true.
they just say,
He's got a wicker basket.
don't
full
have
of
sex
condoms.
ever. All right, good luck. And that's it. No condoms, no info.
Well, people definitely listen to our show to get their STD facts.
Right.
Yeah, we talk a
True.
lot about HIV and HPV all the time. So here we go. Chlamydia. A common sexual transmitted infection that may not cause symptoms, which,
Right.
Whoa.
I mean, if you have something and there's no symptoms, do you really have it? Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know.
You still have it.
well,
Absolutely.
if you have it and it doesn't do anything, do you give a shit that you have it?
Exactly. That's my
I
point.
Okay,
would,
thank
yes.
All right. So more than 200,000 U.S. cases per year. That's, by the way, that's less than 0.06%.
That seems low.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, there's no way that could be right.
This Google website says it is.
That's right. Google said so. It's spread by sexual contact, treatable by a medical professional. So it's treatable.
I have 200,000 friends that get it a year.
Short term resolves within days to weeks.
Yeah.
Requires a medical diagnosis. Lab test or imaging always required. Chlamydia affects people of all ages, but is most common in young people, Ryan. Many who have chlamydia don't develop symptoms, Ryan, but they can still infect others through sexual contact, Ryan. Symptoms may include genital pain and discharge from the vagina or penis, Ryan. Antibiotic therapy for the affected patient and the patient's sexual partners is recommended. Screening for other common sexually transmitted infections should also be performed.
You guys made me sit by Ryan. Man.
Yeah, did you just imply that Ryan has chlamydia?
Yeah,
I don't
apparently
think she does.
she's got the clap, she's got chlamydia.
100% don't have chlamydia.
Okay.
Just clear that up.
All right.
Ryan the Intern is clean.
Are you sure? Because there's no symptoms.
Listen,
You
I
probably-
go to an abstinence
You
only
probably
school.
have double chlamydia.
I'm way
I can't
too
even
awkward
say
to
it.
even like have the thought go into my head of having chlamydia. Like, have you seen me try to talk to a boy? It's not like a good
Wayne
thing.
Bullard says the long-term effects are you're going to hell.
True.
You know what happens is the kids, they do this, they have the sex and they give each other the chlamydia.
Yeah.
Chlamydia.
And they don't they don't get these symptoms. So then they get a cold, they go to the doctor, they get a Z-Pack for that. It clears it all right up.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Just gone.
All of us probably have it right now. We just don't know.
I don't have chlamydia.
I definitely don't have it.
Except for you two.
Yeah.
I've been tested, so I have nothing.
Yeah, me and Casey know 100% that we don't have anything.
Because I got tested.
Yeah.
I know somebody who supposedly, is pretty convinced that she, gave a dude chlamydia in his eyeball.
In his eyeball?
Yeah.
It literally says sexually transmitted.
No, you can get it.
It was all down there.
Oh, his eyeball was...
He got his eyeball up in that?
No, he just apparently had, a real bad...
He lost his class
there was
ring.
some stuff and some testing and some results that came in, and then, a real bad, weird case of pink eye. All in the same
You
time
never just
frame.
get down there and go...
Oh, pink eye.
Yeah.
So he was eating her out and he had his eye
And his
right in her
eyeball
ass.
in there? He's not doing it right.
No, I'm just saying he was
She was thinking it was probably...
It was
she thought
69 and his eye was at her
she
ass.
thought it might be the chlamydia.
so he had eye to anus
Pink
contact.
eye you
Correct.
get from doo-doo.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
Follow me.
he had poop
She didn't
eye.
think it was actually pink eye. She
was
thought she had
poop eye.
gotten... Because it was that's a bacterial infection is what
Oh,
chlamydia
okay.
is. And that it had somehow gotten into his eye.
She was like a...
I mean, that's not very hard if you touch it and then you touch your eye.
it could have been a squirty kind of thing going on there.
Ooh, squirty.
Yeah, right in the eye.
Out of her butt?
I wasn't there.
Ew,
It
that's
wasn't
not the
me.
right kind
This
of
isn't one of
squirt.
those a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Maybe she had chlamydia in her butt.
In her butthole.
And
Yeah.
her butt squirted
I think that might
into
have been
his
what happened.
eye.
I think we just solved it.
I've actually never met a pink guy before.
Miss Carolyn Kraft seriously needed to pluck her eyebrows. Her outfit looked like it was picked out by a blind Sunday school teacher. And she had some 99-cent lip gloss on her snaggletooth. And that's when I realized, making fun of Carolyn Kraft wouldn't stop her from beating me in this contest.
Contestants, find the limit of this equation.
Calling somebody else fat won't make you any skinnier. Calling someone stupid doesn't make you any smarter. And ruining Regina George's life definitely didn't make me any happier. All you can do in life is try to solve the problem in front of you.
You know why it didn't make it any happier that she ruined her life or whatever?
Why?
Because it fucking blew up in her face. If she would have done it well.
Right.
Yeah, if
She
she got
got-
the boyfriend, kept the friend, she'd be stoked.
She
Right now.
would be stoked. That dude would be sitting at the fucking table with the gay dude and the goth chick that works at the
No, they still wouldn't be her friends.
And
Oh.
that girl did need to pluck her eyebrows, and she did have lipstick on her teeth.
Yeah, you should tell people when
True.
they have lipstick on their teeth.
I know,
Yes!
but you
don't.
don't make fun of them about it though. That's
you
just
don't?
It's like if
fucking-
someone has
no.
a booger in their nose, you tell them.
You tell them.
I don't tell them.
That's
Yeah.
like a girlfriend
Again,
must.
most worst person ever.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
tell
either.
them. I don't tell
It just depends on who it
So
is.
annoying.
Okay, this is a...
Casey, I tell. Pretty much anybody else, no.
I just
You're
let
gonna
him
figure.
roll.
You're
I
gonna
just let him
figure it
roll.
out.
Sooner or later, they're going to breathe and they're going to feel it.
Yeah.
You're like, hey,
Okay.
you got
Yeah.
that. It's your
One
booger.
time when I first started the salon that I work at, I was wearing this blue shirt because I was trying to fit in and wear blue. Stupid. And it was one of those. And it was one of those.
Fuck blue.
One of those fabrics that if you sweat that shit's gonna be
yeah.
dark
Oh, yeah, you
immediately.
just
Anyway,
learned,
fuck
right?
that. That's fine. That was whatever. That doesn't bother
You
me.
learn. You learn from
Life
your
happens,
mistakes.
right? But my boss, the owner of the salon, was like, "Hey, will you go clean some of the products?" Took a wet rag and a dry rag. He's like, "Use the wet rag, then use the dry rag." Right? Just shit to do. So I kept switching hands and products, and then walked around and helped him do blow dries and did shit for 15 fucking minutes after this. And then I took a bathroom break. And because I was wearing that dark blue shirt, every time I had switched hands, the wet rag touched my shirt and it looked like I was fucking lactating. like dark blue. Dark blue.
no.
I'm talking orange sized or so
Right.
circles. The most obvious thing in the world. So I
Yeah.
was like, what
Why
the
didn't
fuck,
anybody say
dude?
this?
I said, why wouldn't you say that? I said, how long has that been there? He goes, I don't know. I said, why wouldn't you say anything? He goes, well, I didn't know if you had something going on.
That's the best response ever.
I don't know what's going on with your boobs.
I didn't know if you had something going on.
If I had something going on, then you should especially fucking tell me that something's going on. If I was actually lactating through my shirt right now,
Right.
I'd probably want a fucking heads
Probably
up.
be
you
a
dick.
good to know. Yeah.
No, because there's that thing with girl anatomy.
Yeah.
If something's going kind of crazy with girl parts, the male is hesitant to go, hey, something's wrong with your boob.
Yeah.
You're not just going to throw
we might trigger
that out there.
Might be a trigger.
You ever met this man? There's no fucking like.
Oh yeah, that's
well,
true.
and also like,
yeah, he's a salon
like,
owner.
let's say your shirt messed up and like one of your boobs is hanging out. If we tell you that, you're gonna put it up and we won't see it anymore.
But that
True.
was not the case at all.
And you get mad at
This
us for
happens
looking.
on a regular basis. I'll be like sweating and I'll like wipe my face and like a fucking eyebrow will go astray and he'll just watch it happen. I'm like, what is wrong? Just fucking like you will tell me whenever I like think things are going right what's wrong, but when shit's like all fucked up, he just lets me like just power through the day.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. You know, it's iffy for again. It just kind of depends on the price. If we're eating, and you know somebody gets like a thing, then I'll just be like, hey, you got some
I tell people
schmutz
right away.
or whatever. You know
what?
I told you something, but I can't remember what it was. But
booger, I don't always.
Boogers are complicated.
Yeah.
But you know what pisses me off a lot, and this happens probably more to girls than dudes. When strangers, like at a grocery store, decide that they are going to like tuck in the tag of your shirt if it's sticking out.
Oh, that's never happened to me.
That's never happened to me.
I don't know what I would do.
Girl shirts, it happens all the fucking time because girl shirts like lay lower in the back.
Yes.
Your tag will flip out.
fucking touch me.
I would lose
Don't
my
touch my
mind.
clothes. Yeah,
it's
what are
those
you
like
doing?
60-year-old women who just
No,
come up
not even
behind
always
you.
60. It's just like somebody will be like, "Oh, sorry, your tag was
Yeah.
sticking out." Hand in your fucking shirt.
No.
Your tag's so
I don't even
Yeah,
know how.
never-
I mean, like
never had that
a
happen.
stranger like touching me and me not knowing that. I mean,
can't
I don't even
tell
know
you
what
how
I would
many
do.
times it's happened in my life. I can't. It happens
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh my
She
God.
knows. It's a girl thing. It's fucked up. I would be like, I could tell somebody if their tag was sticking out, maybe, but I probably wouldn't because it's not a big deal.
Right.
But always hand down
oh,
the back
honey,
of
your bra
shirt.
strap's showing. Let me just
remove
Oh my
it.
god,
That's a thing.
So I was wearing like this
Yeah.
kind of thing. It was a different shirt, and my bra strap had come up, and the lady goes, "You're not supposed to wear it like that," and tucks it back into my shirt. I
So
was
she
like,
grabbed your bra strap?
yes, and just pushed it
You
back
guys
down. I
had
was
it
like, I don't know you. Get away from
That
me.
is weird.
Yet you are now wearing it like she
Ew.
told you to wear
Or
it.
you know another one, like a necklace.
Necklace thing.
If your necklace is clasped,
But
it's
a
like crooked,
stranger won't do that.
Yes, they fucking will.
No.
Yes.
No,
They will
girl,
come up from
but that's a
behind-
girl on girl crime.
It doesn't.
Guys don't do that. We don't give a
boys
shit,
don't.
and we
Somebody
don't do
will come
that.
up and start adjusting your necklace while you're like not even. You don't know them.
Again,
I don't even notice that
girl
you're
on
wearing
girl
a
crime.
necklace, let
Or
alone
like-
adjust
or like
it.
stick-
Well,
And if I
that's
see
your
it,
rude.
I'm not sure if I could see it and tell if it was wrong.
Yeah.
And if I
Just
did,
like the
I wouldn't
clasp
give a
is
shit. I
crooked.
wouldn't
Like,
tell you about
women
it.
have
like
come
a
up and just
hair,
touch
like,
you.
pushed
Oh
on
yeah.
one
I don't
side,
notice
they come over and
fingernails.
just-
I don't
No.
notice
Oh, that's a good
any
one.
of that stuff.
She's right.
Same.
You have like a hair that's flipped the wrong way. Like somebody will walk up and go whoop and like flip
You
it
just
back.
flip it back. I'm like,
Who the
It's-
fuck are you?
You don't know my
Girl on
life. I
girl
could have
Yeah.
lice right now, and you just touched my head.
Boys
Get
don't.
away
Boys.
from me.
It's
like,
what I'm saying. Boys
guys
don't
don't do
care.
this.
gets into so many things. Like, hey, what?
Hey,
how-
dude, your zipper's down.
Hey,
Like-
yeah.
That's I'm like, what the Here, buddy, you'll make it.
No, I'm good.
I've said this 1,000 times, and it goes so much further than that. Though it's just like, hey, how's your friend? You know, wife to husband. You know, how's such and such doing? He's like, yeah, he's doing fine. You know, well. How's the baby? I guess, okay, what'd they name it again? I don't know. Like, how
Yes.
the fuck am I don't know. I mean,
Yes.
yeah. Did you ask how his dad's doing in the hospital? Ever? No, I didn't. I don't know. What did y'all talk
The
about?
same thing happened. Like Heather and I, a month and a half ago. Some friends broke up, and I come home and I'm like, oh, so and so broke up. And she's like, why? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
She's like, you didn't ask.
No,
I'm like,
you
no.
need to
Why didn't
find
you
out
ask?
the
I'm like,
details.
A, I don't give a shit. B, it's not in my business. If they want me to know, they'll tell me.
My mom was sick
okay,
last week.
Who broke up with who? I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you had to find that out. We broke up. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. What happened?
Yeah.
Like guys don't do that. We
No.
go, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That
that's-
sucks.
Are you okay?
You want to go get a
No,
beer and talk
all we
about your
care about
ex-girlfriends and shit? You know,
Like, yeah, and the guy approaches, oh, you guys broke up? That sucks. You want to get a beer and not talk
Exactly.
about that?
Exactly.
Or you go,
Yes.
fuck him. He's an idiot. What happened?
My mom was sick last week, and the Russian was asking me all kinds of details.
And you're
I'm
like,
I don't know. I have
fucking
no
know.
idea. Did
Yeah.
you talk to your mom today? No. She's sick. Why didn't you go? I don't know.
Because I'm a guy.
Yeah.
You just don't
Why
do
would
that.
I ask? You know.
Me and
It's
my
not
mom are
something we
sick
do.
so much, so I think we have a mutual thing where we don't have to fucking ask about it.
There you go.
Well, here's the thing. If I know that my mom's sick, that's it.
That's it.
You know, like
She's
how's
sick.
she doing? I don't know. She's sick.
If it gets worse,
You know?
let me know.
Is she
Yeah.
feeling any better? Don't know.
Does that make us bad people?
Yep.
Yes.
No, it just.
To all the people whose feelings that got hurt by the burn book, I'm really sorry. You know, I've never been to one of these things before. And when I think about how many people wanted this, And how many people cried over it and stuff. I mean, I think everybody looks like royalty tonight. Look at Jessica Lopez. That dress is amazing. And Emma Gerber, I mean, that hairdo must have taken hours, and you look really pretty. So,
I started crying right here.
why is everybody
That's true.
stressing over this thing? I mean, it's just plastic.
I teared up when she was walking towards the stage and she was looking at her parents for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then they announced her name. And then there was that whole back and forth looking like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I welled up a little bit.
I welled up when she started
about
doing
when I fell asleep.
You know what? All in all, I mean, I really did. I liked the movie a lot. I thought it was cool that this is one that was important to Casey.
I definitely can tell why it's such a big movie too.
It's hilarious.
Well, and the girls, especially, like not even just our generation. That's a high school girl movie.
Now, I'm seeing here on my notes that we have a new segment. Is there audio for this that I'm seeing here?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Click it.
No, but is that, do I introduce the segment first and then play
Sure.
the audio?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so this is our new John the Bass Player's yet to be named beer segment.
Sweet.
We've got the beer, Miller beer. Miller tastes too good to hurry through.
Okay, you got to put a break in here. We got to get some cups and spread it around. I got to get this big ass
Yeah, we'll
beer
just
open.
chug it out of the beer.
You want to do
bottle.
that?
Yeah, we'll
All
just
right.
chug it out of the bottle.
What, are we going to try a beer?
We're going to try a beer.
We're
He's
gonna
going to
try
tell
a
us
big
about
ass
it.
beer.
I've got a collection of old dirty cups.
That's cool. We're going to get some, you know what? I told the guys that I would have some red Solo cups.
Oh, that's
in
right.
here.
You were supposed to have red Solo cups.
And well, I'll get some up here. They're
All right.
downstairs, but we do have a new water cooler, and the guys we don't ever have any water here for them. So
Jaret has agreed to actually try the beer.
I probably need to.
Talk on the mic.
All right, so what I have right now is it's a coffee stout. You guys familiar with stouts?
I am.
Okay, I'm already out.
So it's a coffee stout from a brewery out of San Diego called AleSmith. And for the longest time, up until about a year ago, you couldn't get this beer in Texas unless you like stuck it in your bag and flew it back.
Did you drink it already?
No,
What
he
happened? What
smelled
happened?
it and he's being a
What
baby.
happened to your face?
He smelled it.
Okay, something went south with Jared's face.
He just smelled it. It smells like freaking chocolate. You don't
Yeah.
like chocolate?
Just I'm not. Listen, this is a fucking podcast. You guys keep talking.
When do I
Nobody
get
can
to try it.
Nobody
Okay.
can see
All right.
me.
Finish the spiel.
All right, so real quick, it's a really good coffee stout out of San Diego.
Well, let's
that
get
we
a-
used to could not get in Texas. They opened up distribution to Texas about a year ago.
Let's talk a little bit though about. Okay, you want us to go ahead and try it now because I want to talk
Yes.
to you a little bit about. Okay, so
Yeah, try it.
do we smell it first? Or
Yeah,
just,
you can. I mean, it smells like coffee and chocolate.
Boom.
Oh my god!
Take it like a shot. Like shoot it.
Okay,
Just drink it.
I would drink this like with a cookie or something.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
This
when
is
you
a
drink
dessert
it,
beer, right?
like for me, it's a breakfast beer, if you want it to be. So, like,
Yeah, with some
stout
coffee
is a
cake.
very old style of beer, and I think the ABV or alcohol by volume on this is. Oh, let me grab the bottle.
It's like
Okay, so what do you drink, Jaret? What do you normally
Miller
drink?
Lite.
So
That's it.
Miller Lite's 4%.
Yeah.
ABV. This beer, this Speedway Stout from AleSmith is
Yeah.
12%.
Jesus Christ.
So it's a very boozy stout, but the booziness, the alcohol is not real forward.
I like it. It's
good, isn't it?
It's not exactly like the Lakewood Stout that I like.
Oh, Temptress.
I can drink the Temptress all night long, and I will fall on my ass.
Temptress has a lot
3
of
beers
like
in.
lactose sugar. In
Okay,
it. It's really
so
sweet.
I get so this is this is an honest fucking question
Throw it out there.
because the fact that it's cold, like smelling it, I really wasn't faking it. Made my eyes water, and then the second time I gagged.
The gag reflex.
Did you
I saw
drink
that.
some?
I did, but just listen to me.
Okay.
When I did, I just took like a little sip, and it was cold, and it's not that bad. But like, I couldn't imagine taking a drink of this. Like,
But
I
see-
would have to like sip it.
That's what you're supposed to. You're not supposed to like drink it like you drink a Miller Lite.
Hey, I am talking to John.
Oh, so shut it. Okay, think about it like this.
So this is actually an honest question to you guys because
Fair
I
enough.
don't know how to drink these these fucking beers that are just crazy. I mean, here's the so if it's a sip thing, that's fine, but this is that's gonna be hot eventually.
No, you don't like throw that in a beer bong or anything. Like
No, okay,
Not
don't
bonging.
because like that's alcohol poisoning pretty quick.
So are you? Is this something like literally just a little bit goes in your mouth?
No. What it is if you go into that beer expecting it to taste like beer, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Go into it expecting that to be a drink that has alcohol in it. And look for a taste.
Like liquor.
Like liquor. Like what it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a taste you're not familiar with. Like you and I have been drinking this.
Yeah, that's
this
delicious.
Whiskey,
yeah.
This whiskey is way harder to drink than that. It's a different taste. That almost has like a Jaeger kind of thing.
Well, that's what I was about to say. This to me has like a Jägermeister kind of thing. Because Jaeger, you could argue the smell almost has like a licorice chocolate.
The licorice, and that's almost like a pruny licorice thing.
Yeah,
in that
and then
well.
it's just now I do smell I'm not going to smell it again.
Do it.
I don't know. I haven't been drinking for the last couple months, and it definitely gives me like first time drinking red wine warm belly. I will say that. Immediately, I'm like.
Here's what I was about to say.
Well, that's the thing. The alcohol by volume in this beer is equivalent to wine because wine is normally like 12 to 16%. I think. This is 12. So
I felt this in my blood vessels, and I'm not joking.
No,
immediately,
it does. It warms you up.
When I put it
quick.
in, it went like through here and down into my arms. I'm not joking.
No, I know exactly what
back
you're
up
talking
the
about.
arms and down into the butt.
I'm seriously not. I'm not trying to be funny. Like that's exact. And look
you're
how much you
accidentally
gave
being
me.
hilarious.
I gave you like.
So he's holding up I want to call it a parfait glass because it sounds
It's a milkshake
really.
glass.
It sounds fucking fancy.
I mean, I've
Peanut butter
had
and jelly.
3
It's a
sips
peanut
of
butter
it.
and jelly
I put
milkshake
parfaits
glass.
in there. That's actually true.
Thank
John.
you.
I have.
Casey.
That's the
Appreciate
kids,
that.
so they like that for the.
So he's got
I put it on my
an
side.
8-inch
I put shakes in there,
parfait
too.
glass with about an inch of beer in it.
Ladies.
He doesn't like to brag, but it's true.
So I got a couple of quick questions. So
Do it.
the burps. Like, do all of these beers repeat on you? And like,
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
So when
Rich
you
drinks
burp-
stouts too.
Yeah, I don't really
Okay.
get burpy.
Nope.
This is like a beer, but an IP. Why do all IPAs have that same sort of like?
Grapefruit flavor.
Well, it tastes like this. Like after you drink it,
It's the pucker
it
factor.
goes like
It's real-
this. It goes like
yeah,
that.
I hate IPAs.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, so an IPA is an India Pale Ale, and okay, so the thing in beer that gives you that pucker factor, that
Yeah.
bitter kind of thing,
Yeah.
is it's the hops. And so an IPA, India Pale Ale, originated when the British used to try to transport beer across India, like 100-something years ago, I think. They would have to keep it from going bad and getting stale or fouling on that trip, they'd load it with hops, almost like a preservative, to keep it fresh, so the beer from point A to point B would still be good, and it created this beer.
Yeah.
So it's really heavy in
people-
hops, and IPAs are really bitter and have that grapefruit smell that
Yeah,
Rich
it's horrible.
Rich is not a fan of.
So IPA doesn't necessarily mean microbrew.
No.
No,
But-
it's a style of beer.
but a lot of
it's almost like
those-
in wine, like Chardonnay is a
Okay,
type of wine.
interesting.
So all these beers, if you look at beer like wine, right? IPA, stout, wheat, or a Hefe.
Yeah.
These are all just like Cabernet,
Pilsner.
Pinot. They're just like how wines have variants, beers have variants
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I love this segment. This is cool. Please come back anytime. You're
Thanks.
obviously
Yeah, appreciate
always
it.
great. Just talking about the movies, playing Jeff Goldblum.
I appreciate that very much.
Playing 17 strings on a coffee table bass.
I will do it.
And, I really enjoyed the beer conversation. To be honest, I drank all of that. Yeah, I'd probably have a little bit more of that.
Okay,
now.
I'm going to give you some more
All
right
right,
now.
I'll have some. I do want to thank Ryan the Intern for being here and for taking her first ever smiley face or sideways face text with a
bit
champ. Jesus Christ.
This is also the first movie I've ever liked that I've done.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
The first
You
one.
know, though, the thing is that Will is on a roll right now of fucking hating every movie.
Would he have hated this one though?
I brought this up the other day, how like the Simon Cowell thing.
Yeah.
Like you're Simon Cowell. Like everyone thinks you're an asshole, even though recently you've actually liked all the movies. Now that he's like got the new change where
Right.
he's all happy and likes everybody,
'Cause he got
but everyone
married.
still thinks you're the asshole But Will doesn't like any of the movies anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
None of the movies.
But he's still like the nice guy.
He's Mr. Nice
This guy caught me. I was walking from the stage to the signing tent the other day, and this guy comes up to me. He goes, "Jaret, man, I love you. Can I just get a picture with you? I love everything you do. I absolutely love the podcast because the fucking Arthur thing. Rich is the fucking worst." He's like, "What is that guy's fucking problem?" I'm just like, "Man, I don't know. He just says what he thinks, man."
I've been asking that for like 15 years.
Yeah, right.
He sent me a picture and he goes, "This is me and Jaret laughing about you hating on movies."
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being here. I do actually want to take just a minute. I'm not going to bog down with this. I want to send some good vibes to Chris Holt, who was on the show a little bit earlier. Had a pretty rough week, and had a pretty major loss in his life, and I was glad to be able to make him smile a few times. We were on that Skype for about 30 minutes. If you'd like to hear the rest of what was not on this episode, of course, you can go to our Patreon page and be a supporter, and then you can listen to all that shit every single time. But much love to Chris Holt, who is one of our original followers.
And thanks again for playing my daughter's song on his radio station.
And just a
Super
great guy. I want to also thank everybody who's been sharing the podcast. Sean Umbeck, Angie Thorin, Fiona Freeman, the head of the Bowling for Soup fan page. If you're not a member of that community, seriously get on there. I mean, even if you're not like the biggest Bowling for Soup fan in the world, you will find like-minded people who are just, everybody's nice and
They're
great.
so nice.
Mark Ryan, Rodon James, Wendy Croft, who also had a crazy week last week, so much love to her. Joseph Bishop, Ray Jimenez, Mitch Bergeron, Chris Odell, Chris Pulse, Jason Randall, Ashley C, Wayne Bullard, Maddie Mo, Eddie Weiss, Barry Ferguson, Tim Toole, and Preston Carr. We're going to stick all of the mailbag into next week's random movie news episode. And we're going to start calling them random movie news episodes that include some TV shit. Check us out on all the socials. We're at jaretgoestothemovies.com. You can just search for that everywhere, but we're on Facebook, YouTube, and everything else. Find me at Jaret Movies. No, all of us at Jaret Movies on Twitter and Instagram. We are on Reddit at rmovie. God damn it, here's what we're at. We're at Reddit at Jaret Goes to the Movies. I'm at JARET2113 on everything. Rich Coleman TX is Rich's handle on everything. Casey Yant and is on everything as that. And then Will Vark with 1L is also on everything. Anything you want to plug while you're here, John the bass player?
No, but I do want to say thank you I left this bottle of whiskey like at the Get Shorty episode.
Yeah.
It was either Get Shorty or Grease. I left this here
Grease.
and I came back. How many episodes later? Like 30?
Many, yeah.
Yeah, and there's still whiskey in it. So
Now
thank
you got to finish it.
It really hasn't
Oh,
been.
shit, I
It
gotta
really
finish it.
hasn't been touched. One night I was having just. I mean, I think it was one of those nights where like.
I think everyone took a shot out of it one night.
Okay, but remember I did the thing where I walked across the room and everybody's like, he's not gonna fucking do that. He's not gonna do it. And I just did it. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm
Like,
passing
was
it
just
to you
out of
right now.
nowhere.
Get some.
All right. Actually, I think I'm gonna not drink any more of this beer, and I'm gonna have some of this.
You put it in a shot glass, you drop it in, you chug the whole thing.
I love it.
So that's it. Just thank you for that.
Yeah,
and
man.
Thanks for having me.
You are more than welcome anytime.
Got to
Please.
point out his shirt.
I love it. Callahan Auto Parts.
Yeah.
Tommy
See
Boy.
this? There you go. I wore
Love
this
it.
for you guys.
Hey, we do this every Friday. So any Friday that you're around, please, you know what? I can always set up another mic or two.
Appreciate it.
Ryan, you can come to any that we probably won't bring up blowjobs.
Right. Thank you,
Wait,
everybody,
there's
for listening,
blowjob?
most of all. And gosh, man, I love doing this podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jaret. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. And we will see you down the road.
I like you more than a friend.
But mostly, we'll see you down the road.